अभय चरणा अरविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की इस्कॉन फाउंडराचार्य पीवीटी फाउंडराचार्य श्री प्रभुपाद श्री प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्री मुक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर श्री प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गो गोपिका राज गोवर्धन की श्री वृंदावन धाम की मथुरापुरी धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की गंगा मैया की यमुना मैया की भक्ति देवी की श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा वृंदावन चंद्र की श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र मैया की श्री श्री गौरताय की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की Nitai Gaur Premanande, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gaur. Krishna Krishna Bhutani, Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitanamine, Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine, Nirvishesha Sarvadi Bhakti ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयं उदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भगवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय नंदगोपाकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजना सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्णपादा सहगणा ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितंश्च नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती इति नामिने श्रीवार्षभानवे गणिताय कृपाभये कृष्ण संबंध विज्ञान दायिने प्रभवे नमः माधुर्योज्वल प्रेमाढ्य श्री रूपानुगभक्तिदा श्री गौरा करुणा शक्ति विग्रहाय नमस्ते नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनतारिणे रूपानुगा विरुद्ध अपसिद्धांत ध्वान्तहारिणे नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षात् वैराग्यमूर्तये विप्रलम्भार संबोधे पादाम्बुजाय ते नमः नमो भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपानुगावराय ते गौर आविर्भाव भूमिस्त्वं निर्दिष्टा सज्जन प्रियः वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरकृषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपं स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। जयतां सुरतो पंगो मम मंदा मतिर्गति मत्सर्वस्व विलम्बोजो राधा मदन मोहन दिव्यावृन्दारण्यकल्पद्रुमादं श्रीमद्रत्नागार सिंहासनस्थो श्रीमद्राधा श्रीलगोविन्ददेवो कृष्णागिरि सेव्यमानो स्मरामि। श्रीमान् रामसरसारथिः वंशीवटस्थितः कर्षणवेणुवेणुगोपी गोपीनाथाय प्रेयस्तु नमः। सप्तकान्तन गौराङ्गी वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। पांचावल्कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हरे कृष्णा। वेलकम टू Bhaktivedanta classes on Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto. Before we begin, if it is not common obstruction, could we open this? At least this one. Too much artificial. So many machines, wire, lights, reeds, okay. ये लाइट बंद कर देना। हाँ कर सकते लाइट बंद स्विच ऑफ बोला yes. So welcome once again. You are all my senior. अंधेरा हो गया yes. ये जला दे I am student of Bhakti Vaibhav and you are all students of Bhaktivedanta. So junior cannot open his mouth in front of juniors unless the senior allow him, empower him. So do I have your permission to open my mouth, which I already opened, to say some sentences? But that was like I will shot an arrow in the beginning at the lotus feet of Bhishma and Devasena. Give your permission. So they blessed him. Yeah, if you would not have taken permission like that, would have killed you in the war. Okay, you are showing humility. We bless you. Chiranjeeva Bhav, you will not die. Nobody will be able to kill you. Rather, you will be able to kill us. Then. So do I have your blessing? Say once loud Hari Bol. In Arjuneshwar, he is blessed. He has blessed me. He is the leader of the assembly. By your speech. The audience should be allowed to attend all the sessions. So open your heart, you die, then I will be pathetic. I don't want to open anyone's heart in that sense. So we are going to discuss from 10th canto, which is compared to lotus faith of Lord Sri Krishna. First and second cantos are compared to the feet of the Lord. So feet walk, they perform some action and all that. Third and fourth cantos are compared to you are all my teachers. You only have to teach me. They are compared to science. Fifth canto compared to somewhere like west. 6. What? 6 times 7? 8, maybe. Chest. 9th is the neck. 10th is the lotus face. 11th is the forehead. And 12th is the head. So that way, if you see all others have a lot of function. Legs walk, hands perform lifting work, etc. But what about lotus face? What about face? Face you have to just observe and relish the beauty, isn't it? So here this section, 10 canto in itself. Keep this Balramji. We will all be pressed. 10th canto is compared to the lotus face of Lord Sri Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam is entire Krishna. So 10th canto is the lotus face. So we can only appreciate the beauty, relish it by hearing. We see through hearing. We can smell it through hearing. We can touch it through hearing. This all senses can be just concentrated in ears only and relish it. Just relish it. Tattva greatness is compared is given till 9th canto also. 10th canto also we can speak. But this particular section that we are going to discuss, 41st to 44th chapters, we also have 35th chapter remaining. But though Prabhu was requesting me first take 31st chapter because it is pending, everybody is kind of skipping it. I said no, it's not good to go from Vrindavan to Mathura. It will be very heavy-hearted. Better we go from Mathura to Vrindavan, isn't it? And I told him whenever we go to Vrindavan, we first get down in Mathura. From there we go to Vrindavan. So we will also go to Mathura first, then very blissfully, hopefully, towards the end, we will go to Vrindavan also. So these chapters which are there, 41st to 44, Krishna Balram living with Apruji to Mathura, and all the way going there, taking a stroll on the streets that evening, and next day morning, killing cruel Apid and the wrestling match, and ultimately killing Kamsa. 4 chapters. There is hardly any purports by Prabhupada. If you see, most of the purports are all Vishnu Thakur's commentary. In short, we will see elaborately, we'll see as it is, everything. So I request you, in case you have some questions, you ask in the middle only. Otherwise, we'll go on. Greatness, you all know Krishna's greatness. Here you have to relish sweetness of Krishna. Though it is said Krishna is perfect in Dwarka, in Mathura is more perfect, and in Vrindavan is most perfect. So now more perfect Krishna will be presented here by Shukdev Goswami as well as Krishna Sridhar Thakur. More perfect Krishna we can relish. So you have some questions you ask, and also in case you feel the presentation needs to change the style of presentation, then I'm most welcome to try to adopt your requirement. But as I said here, this chapter is just to be relished. Katha only goes on, and hardly any purports. We'll see Vishwanath Thakur's purport. They are all, he himself is Rasacharya, Acharya of what do you call Mellows embodiment in one sense. He relishes, so we will also try to relish. But in case you feel that we have some other way approach, then let me know. Here itself or at the end of the class. So today we will begin with the 41st chapter. It is Krishna and Balram enter Mathura. Earlier background you all know. Krishna killed so many demons sent by Kamsa. Starting from his age 6 days, when Putana was sent when he was 3 months. Shaktasura was sent when he was 1 year old. Purnavar and eventually Vassasur, Bakasur, Asasur, Ramasur, so many demons. Krishna killed them all. And then eventually when Narad Muni revealed to Kamsa that these two sons of Nanda Maharaj, or particularly one, Krishna, he is the one who is son of Vasudev and all that. He is going to kill him. So, all that. So then he arranges to send Akrurji. Acharya said that he gave a new chariot, silver chariot, so that Akrurji will not feel hesitation. How can I offer that which was used by Kamsa, such a simple person? So new, brand new chariot was given, and in that Akrurji goes. That chapter must have discussed earlier. And then he informs Nanda Maharaj that your two sons have been called for wrestling match because Kamsa the king wants to see their valor. He has heard a lot about them. So Nanda Maharaj happily agrees. And they all both their lamenting on that. But ultimately they leave. And they are now proceeding to Mathura. Krishna and Balaram are sitting in Akrurji, where Nanda Maharaj and other covered men and children, some boys, they are going other bullock carts and other things. So this is the background, and now we'll start with the first verse. First verse we will have recitation. Otherwise, you all can repeat. Otherwise, I'll only recite and go ahead. Is that okay? In case later on we feel a lot of time is remaining, in case, which generally is not the case, but in case, then we will have all that repetition. But otherwise, so first verse. Shri Shukha Vacha Stuvatastasya Bhagavan Darshayitva Jale Vahu Bhuyah Samaharat Krishno Nato Natyam Kivatmanaham. Translation. Shuddha Goswami said, while Akrura was still offering prayers, the Supreme Lord Krishna withdrew his form that he had revealed in the water, just as an actor winds up his performance. That also is on the way. Akrura wanted to take bath, and then Krishna won't take bath. When they come back, then Akrura goes, and then he finds them in the form of Vishnu and and when he was asked, did you see something wonderful? Fire, water, and everywhere here, there, and all that. So, but then that form that was shown to him, that was withdrawn by the Lord when he was offering prayers. So, last chapter was the prayers only, Guru's prayers. So, here Srila Vishwanath Thakur's commentary, he says, in this chapter, Krishna goes to Mathura and enchants the women folk. After killing the washerman, Krishna awarded the cloth weaver and the garland maker named Sudama. This is in short, the whole chapter. After showing his majestic Vishnu form to Akrura in the Yamuna at Akrura Ghat and receiving Akrura's prayers, Shri Krishna withdrew Samaharat, that vision just as an actor winds up his performance. Krishna made that form disappear without asking Akrura. This disregard for Akrura is expressed by the use of the sixth case, tastir, which expresses informality instead of the second case, tam, which means tam is little more respectful. So informally, tasya, tasya implies uska, unka. Some detail Krishna is giving. So Krishna has so many other things to do. So one pastime showing that form to Akrura. He did it. Now so many things to be done there. So we drew the form. It's proceeding here. Here in purport, the Prabhupada disciples have written, Lord Krishna withdrew form from Akrura's side, the Vishnu form, along with the vision of the spiritual sky and its eternal inhabitants. Okay, maybe we'll have recitation, something which will involve you all also. Otherwise, you may feel little monotonous. There are hardly any purpose. Sopi chantarhitam viksha जलाद्युन्मज्ज सत्वरः कृत्वा चावर्तकं सर्वं विस्मितो रथमागतम् When Apurva saw the villain disappear, he came out of the water and quickly finished his various ritual duties. He then returned to the chariot, astonished. Third, Tam Apurusha Rishikeshaha Te Drustam Ivadbhutam Mo Viyatito Yeva Tatha Tvam Lakshayamahe. Lord Krishna asked Apurva, have you seen something wonderful on the earth, in the sky, or in the water? From your appearance, we think you have. So Krishna's ways are incomparable. He only shows his greatness or sweetness to his devotees, and he only asks like that. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, seeing the astonishment on Apurva's face and in his eyes, Krishna asked him, it appears that you must have seen something very amazing, for your eyes are wide with wonder and full of tears. So Krishna is the cause of all causes. He caused that wonder in Apurva, and then he is only asking him, did you see any wonderful thing, etc. Fourth, Shri Apurva Vacha Adbhutani Hayavanti Bhumau Viyati Vajane Vai Vishwatmaketani Ilme Adrushtam Vipastakam. The Apurva said, whatever wonderful things the earth, sky, or water contain, all exist in you. Since you encompass everything, when I am seeing you, what have I not seen? In one sense, Tulti Devi also says, Bhavato Darshanam Yasya Apunar Bhavadarshanam. So one sees all the beauty, everything is contained in Krishna. Yomam Pashyati Sarvatra, Sarvam Cha Mai Pashyati. Krishna is in everything and everything is in Krishna. So when we see Krishna, we are seeing everything. Yasmin Vigyatam, Sarvameva Vigyatum Bhavati. Just by knowing Krishna, you know everything. So Krishna is only the end all and be all. If we see him, if we get to hear him, then we are perfection of all our senses is reaching. When we are seeing, hearing, touching, testing Krishna. Nothing beyond that. But unfortunately, when we don't know Krishna as he is, then our mind, conditioned mind, wanders here and there, wanders here and there for testing the things of this world. It's all because of ignorance. He says, Sat Krishna Nama Charitadi Sitapi Avidya Pittopatapta Rasanasya Nalochikan. Because of our ignorance, we don't know the sweetness of the holy name of the Lord, which is not different from Krishna, holy name. So then we feel very boring. It's very tiring, hackneyed, kind of dry experience chanting Hare Krishna because of ignorance only. So that's how we are supposed to hear Krishna's glories. That Japa talk is for that reason only, just before beginning Japa. That nobody remembers what was read there. It has also forget. But if that we forget, no problem. But something that we read previous day or heard previous day, or maybe morning, that could be remembered, and then we can chant. But if only we are focused on Krishna, then it is wonderful. Then we will not want to see anything in the creation. Because at the last moment of our life, eyes might be already closed, or we might be closing the eyes for the last time, never to open again. That time, Krishna only should come in our remembrance. So for that, we should be fully convinced that there is nothing other than Krishna, nothing better than Krishna. Here, it will come ahead of development because Krishna is in its full form, in one sense. He's very in action. As such, he is always in action. But here, like going to with so many demons, in short span, of just can say 1.5 day or so. After he reaches Mathura, from then on, there on the little washerman, then the next day morning, then comes along with his elder brothers, along with Tangur, Mushti, everything. So this pastime should be imprinted in our heart, that is the desire of all the acharyas. That is what is requirement also. Then only we reach perfection in this life. And the goal in life is nothing but Nityam Bhagavata Seva. continuously caring about Krishna only. Krishna name, fame, qualities, pastime. Here Krishna's pastimes are there, and through the pastimes, his qualities also will be revealed. Because the devotees do speak about his qualities also. Here he's saying his greatness is also being revealed here. It was already revealed in the form of the darshan that we gave, but now he's also speaking that when one sees him, then there is what is remaining to see. In that Yomam Bhashali Sarvatra only, so Vishwanath Chandra Thakur's commentary, he says this means Uttamadhikar, means Yashodamai. He says this is applicable to Yashodamai because at the Brahmanda card we know how Krishna had murdered. And when accused like that by other friends to Mother Yashoda, she wanted to see them. When he opened the mouth, she saw everything the mountains, rivers, birds, bees, everything. Even herself keeping in the mouth of Krishna. That also she saw. So when we see Krishna, so our Vishwanath Thakur, he is Uttamadhikari because Uttamadhikari vision is like that. In everything he sees Krishna and he sees Krishna in everything. In Krishna also he sees everything. So we should reach this conclusion that when we see Krishna, nothing else to be seen. Sometimes we will be taking darshan and we may think, oh, I have to go and do that thing. We have to, what do you call, correct ourselves. When I'm taking darshan of Krishna, I have reached the perfection. Just like after Hare, that was okay. They are not able to. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. So when we reach Guru Vrindavan, just imagine all of us, hey, hey, on earth, I have to do that. I have to go back. Is that thought proper? Anyway, young Gatva, Nanivartan. So one who goes there will not come back. So as long as we have desire to come back, we will never go on the first of all. But going to Shri Radha Vrindavan temple hall in front of them, we have reached Golok Vrindavan. There is nothing to be done now in the ashram, back in our places, wherever. We have reached perfection. Certainly for Krishna, if something is there, we could compare. But otherwise, our devilish mind, uncontrolled mind tells, hey, I kept mobile for charging. I think whole night I had, anyway I have forgotten. Now also it is going on, so I will go back and I will switch it off. Like that. So we have to be more proactive. Anyway, before being Krishna conscious, we have to be conscious. One who has surpassed goodness of being conscious, he will only be Krishna conscious. So such a person in consciousness will never keep mobile for overcharging like that. And after reaching Bodhapurna, he again feels I should go back to money to switch it off. So when we see Krishna, nothing else is there. And similarly in Bhagavatam class also, when we are hearing Bhagavatam class, ideally we should not think of anything. Oh, hey, something has to be done. This. In case something like that is there, so beforehand only we can adjust it. Preferably when we are into Krishna. So today I had to do that because all these 5 days are very tight, and at the end of 5 days after your class, I have to go. So then very tight line. So today morning I did not go for good. But Bhagavatam I wanted to go with full concentration. Otherwise in Bhagavatam I would have been thinking, oh, I have to prepare for the Bhaktivedanta classes, and that heart should not trouble me. Before only, though I wish Guru Puja, but that I did conscientious. I knew that time is less, and we want to take association of His Holiness Chinnajar Swami Maharaj, many great souls in the afternoon also. After these classes, also that is possible. So we should arrange ourselves. We have to reach this conclusion of Approaching that once I am seeing Krishna, what I have not seen, there should not be any other desire left. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundari. As we are taking darshan of the Lord Shri Radha Vrindavan, we have seen everything. In fact, we have seen everything, then only we have reached there to their temple hall. Bahunam Janmanam Ante, Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate, Vasudeva Saramiti, the Mahatma Sudeva. Many of us might not be like that from many lifetimes we have been waiting or wandering for Krishna, and then now we have come. Maybe devotees taught us Balokpadita building and they put us in front of Vrindavan again in devotee association. But now by hearing we can reach the same intensity and same conclusion. What that Jnanavan reaches. That's it. Nothing else is remaining in life. And Purna Santushta. Nothing else to be achieved. So Akruji is completely in knowledge. He has so much devotion. So there is nothing to be said. Bhagavad darshanam yasya apunar bhava darshanam. I should not see the material world again now. That is material world is think of this simple world. If I talk something, that is public now. Okay. So I'll speak like a little philosophy, I think, to make it little. Otherwise, if you are able to relish rasa, we'll go on with pure rasa, the way we have been doing. यत्र भूतानि सर्वाणि भूमौ वियति वा जले तं त्वानुपश्यतो ब्रह्मन् मे दृष्टं इवाद्भुतम्. And now that I am seeing you, O Supreme Absolute Truth, in whom reside all amazing things on the earth, in the sky, and in the water, what amazing things could I see in this world? Akrur has now realized that Lord Krishna is not merely his nephew. And we shall look at Akrur's commentary. Fourth verse also he has given commentary. I'll read that also. For fourth verse, Krishna has shown me all his opulences. 44 to 55th verses of the previous chapter. Ascertaining this form from Krishna's question, Akrur speaks with gleeful discrimination. Quote, whatever wonderful things there are on the earth, in the sky, or in the water, all exist in you. Seeing you before me, what more remarkable sight remains? Rather, everything is indeed seen. And fifth verse, commentary by him. Akrura said, quote, what was amazing was not all the things I saw within you, but that form which contained everything. I am gazing upon you, within whom all amazing things exist. There are many amazing things on the land and in the water, but I realize that your form standing before me is more amazing than all things of the universe. The form I see here is thousands of times more amazing than the sight of Vaikuntha with Sankarshan and all of Narayan's attendants. O Brahman, you are the supreme absolute truth, the Lord of all lords. By your mercy and foolishness of thinking that you are simply my nephew, as disappeared. So many amazing things are there in this world. If you see that they have wildlife, I think, and animals are there. So many animals and so many things are happening there. Similarly, people are mesmerized by so many other things, sports, beauty of this world, movies, politics, so many other things, sports that ninja, recently came to know, so Danny Prabhu. I never knew that. You saw that somewhere it was from our books. So we will mesmerized. Wow, amazing. But actually, all these things are nothing but they are there in Krishna in fullness. They are just a mundane, perverted reflection of it. Because of our mundane vision, we are quite mesmerized, charmed by these things. But this is nothing. The beauty, the what you call the scenes, not what you call that action, stunts, and all that. That is nothing. Here everything is coming in a very amazing. Though through hearing only you should be able to visualize. Sometimes now we are having interruption by our explanation, but sometimes we just read it one after other, all these shlokas or purpose. So much rasa is there, and you see that happening in the front of your mind's eyes, and it is so appreciable. It's completely appreciable. And then our heart will be charmed. Like the other day, yesterday morning, when I was reading before Mangalati, so I was telling to the one of the and Bhaktivedanta that how I was reading later section, that how when next day morning Kamsa was sitting on the dais and Nanda Maharaj comes and exactly who are missing there? Krishna and Balram are missing there. So they purposefully, we don't care. They did not go on there. So then Nanda Maharaj is wondering, "Hey, what is this? Where are the boys gone?" So Kamsa sent some close relatives or people, some covered men or whatever. Go and get those boys. Tell them it's a time for all this. So Krishna is amazing. So it's very relishable, Krishna Dev. Okay, sixth one. Iti uktva chodayamasa Chandanam Gandhini Sutaha Mathuramanayad Ramam Krishnam Chaiva Vinapyaye. With these words, Akrura, the son of Gandhini, began driving the chariot onward. At the end of the day, he arrived in Mathura with Lord Balram and Lord Krishna. Gandhiji Sudha means the son of Gandhiji, that is Akrura. 7. Marge Grama Jana Rajams Tatra Tatropasangatah Vasudeva Sudau Viksha Sita Drishtinna Chadru. Wherever they passed along the road, okay, the village people came forward and looked upon the two sons of Vasudeva with great pleasure. In fact, the villagers could not withdraw their eyes from them. Till now, they had not seen Krishna. Must have heard Krishna past them. So that's why attraction was there. But first time seeing Krishna, Loknath Swami Maharaj says many times from Bollywood song, एक बार देखो बार बार देखो देखने की चीज है हमारे राधा वृंदावन चक्र not somebody else like that. So it's very charming. Similar description our Jiva Goswami also says when in Sri Gopal Champu, when Krishna was going to Avanti Desh after killing Kamsa, very soon when Vasudeva Devaki were released and Upanan Sanskar etc. was done, and then first thought was to send them to Avanti Desh to Sangitani Ashram. So when he is going, so description of his beauty and how people are getting mesmerized, people are stunned like that. As such, they went in seclusion for many reasons, but then when they went with very high speed also. It was like in one sense the chariot, like a streak of lightning is seen, like that they went with very high speed also to our village. But the beauty was unhidden. It was so beautiful, both of them, Krishna and Balram. So here also the villagers could not withdraw their eyes. Seeing Krishna and Balram passing on the road, the people could not take their eyes off them, and they became stunned. Many are appreciating our Radha Vrindavan beauty. For that matter, Radha Madhav. Such beautiful deities. We are very fortunate. We are already there in Vrindavan. We are already what they are going through. We are also going through, but only that avidya should be removed. Then the appreciation will increase. 8-1. Tavad Vrajokasastastra Nandagopadayo Gratah Puropavanam Sadhya Santo Avatasthire. Nanda Maharaj and the other residents of Vrindavan, having reached Mathura ahead of the chariot, had stopped at a garden on the outskirts of the city to wait for Krishna and Balram. Commentary. Nanda Maharaj and the cowherd men waited for Krishna and Balram in a garden outside the city of Mathura. Not being able to keep up with the swift chariot of Akrur, Nanda Maharaj and the cowherd men had given up the main road and taken a shortcut. Thus they arrived earlier. Besides, Akrur was delayed because of bathing in the Yamuna. So two reasons. One is shortcut he took because this chariot was moving with very high speed. Nanda Maharaj and others took a shortcut. And the other? Akrur was delayed because he got to see so many things in the Yamuna river while bathing. So that way, Vrindavan is very close to Mathura. Now also by road it takes only 15 kilometers or so. Nanda Maharaj and others took shortcut, must have been less than 15 kilometers also. Yeah, that's what bathing means. That whole thing is included. He saw the form, he offered prayer, and Krishna, after coming also the conversation with Krishna Balram, in one sense. Ninth. Tan sametyan bhavan akruram Tam sametya bhagavan akruram gadadishvaraha Uhitva panina panim prasritam prahasanniva. After joining Nanda and the others, the Supreme Lord Krishna, the controller of the universe, took humble Akrura's hand in his own hand, smiling, spoke as follows. And smiling spoke as follows. While seeming to smile, Krishna spoke to Akrura with humility for Shrikam. Krishna smiled in order to please Akrura, but internally he was full of grief on seeing the city of Mathura because of remembering his beloved Raja. Krishna is feeling separation from Vrindavan. This in Sri Gopal Champu, Jiva Goswami presents very amazingly how Krishna was always feeling separation. And there also they Nanda Yashoda also and others feel so much separation. Sometimes like what in hostel we went. How many of you stayed in hostel? How many of you felt homesick? That trouble of being away from home. How many of you cried? So, but ours was what? Ours was not Vrindavan. From where we left for Delhi for education, nothing like that. But because of mundane attachment, Janani Janmabhoomi, Swargadapi Gariyase, because of that, we were crying that I am away from my mother and hometown. But here, Krishna's, and this is aspiration of every devotee also. When we also get purified, we'll also feel separation from Vrindavan. Vishaya Chadiya Kabe, Shuddha Habe Mana, Kabe Ha Maheri Go, Shri Vrindavan. How many of you remember Vrindavan every day? No? Every morning we get opportunity in Tulsi Aarti. He says, no? ये तुम्हारा चरण लय तार वंश पूर्ण হয় कृपा करी करो तारे वृंदावन वासी. So we enter in Vrindavan. Then there also we go ahead. We can go to Nidhivan, we can go to Sevasthan, we go Seva Kunj. Sevasthan is our Sevasthan. Seva Kunj. और यही अभिलाष विलास कुंज दियोवा नयन हृदय सदा युगल रूपरा. You can go to Mansarovar, the eastern bank of Yamuna. That is much better in one sense. Radharani became angry and went there with her tears. That water pond was filled. यही निवेदन धरो सखीर अनुगत करो सेवाधिकार दिए करो निज दासी. So Rasasthali is there in so many places, so many Sakis there. Gopis, we can go there following in their footsteps and they will give some service if you beg for. And then last, what is that? Krishna Krishna Das kahe ye na mora ho Shri Radha Govinda Prem Sada ye Namah. So remembering Radha Krishna, I just float in that ecstasy of remembering their remembrance. So every day we should remember Vrindavan. That naturally setting is there, so. Or before sleeping in the night, we can remember so many places in the Vrindavan now. Belvan, Mandirvan, Bhadravan, Lohavan, Mahavan, Kumudvan, Bahulavan, Madhuvan, Talvan, Kamivan, Khadirvan, Vrindavan, 12 forests. Every day we can remember. Then so many other places, in this side. We have Venukup on the top of Dwadashadik. Then we have what we call Shringar word or Advaita word. We have Samadhi of Prabhupada Sutta Thakur, Sanatana Goswami, Madan Mohan Temple, Advaita word, Iglital, Kamal, all that. Then Madan Ter, Kalia, the Fruit, Keshi Ghat, Vamshi word, then Bandirvan, out of this one, Mangad, Damgad, Vilasgad, Bhumugad. Then we have Morkuti. Then we have Man Mandir, Radha Sarovar, Krishna Kund, Chikshodi Gram. We have Darsana Dham, that whole area. Then we have what is that? Kamyavan, that ones are over already. Sanket Dham. So many holy places in Vrindavan. Every day we should remember, because that is our aspiration. It's like people of this world aspire to go to America. They are dreaming. I will go whatever, wherever. Like tickets will book now. So these aspirations, Krishna consciousness is more of internal process than external. Externally we are active, but internally how much we are active, our consciousness where it is, that matters more than external. Because they say you are where your mind is. Our mind should be in Vrindavan always, or at least longing to go to Vrindavan. Sometimes we may be taken out of Vrindavan, but again, at the earliest, we wish to go back to Vrindavan. Now, Prabhupada, we can see how Krishna arranged very amazingly. Though he left Vrindavan to spread Krishna consciousness, Krishna arranged him to come back to Vrindavan, and he left his body there. Our aspiration is also like that. No matter where we go, we want to come back to Vrindavan. For us, this is Vrindavan only, the Vrindavan Chandresi. So, wanting to come back to temple. And after this, I am going for a long tour. So, all throughout the mind should be always, when will I go back? When will I go back? When will I go back? To the lotus feet of Shishirana. So that longing is very important. Tatra lonyam ekadam simuli. That is all that matters. Okay, thank you. Bhavan pravishataam agre Sahayanah puringraham Vayam vihava mokchatha Tato drapshamahe purim. Lord Krishna said, take the chariot and enter the city ahead of us. Then go home. After resting here a while, we'll go to see the city. So Lord ordered Akrurji. Because he knows what is going on in Akrur's heart. So beforehand only, Krishna is the most perfect practicator. He told beforehand, though Akrurji will not agree, but he told him, do that. Krishna said, you go ahead to your house in the city with the chariot. We will rest our muksha here and then see the city. I think now we'll increase the speed. I will only recite. You just hear. Shri Akrura Uvacha Naham Bhavadhyam Rahitaha Pravekshe Maturam Brahmo Tyaktum Narahasi Mam Natha Bhaktam Te Bhaktavatsala. Shri Akrura said, O Master, without the two of you, I shall not enter Mathura. I am your devotee, O Lord. So it is not fair for you to abandon me, since you are always affectionate to your devotees. So he came to his point anyway. आगच्छयाङ्गे हान्नः सनाथान् कुर्वन् भोक्तजः सहाग्रजः सह गोपालैः सह सुहृद्भिष्टः Come, let us go to my house with your elder brother, the cowherd man, and your companions, O best of friends, O transcendental Lord. In this way, please grace my house with its master. Akrura said, Krishna, come to my home along with the Vrajavasis. I will not visit Kamsa and inform him of your arrival now. How can I announce that he will die the day after tomorrow? I do not have a speck of fear from him because I have seen your powers in the Yamuna. Also, there will be no lack of things in my house. Therefore, let us all go there. So, it's a good policy not to inform Kamsa only that Krishna has arrived. Because if he goes there also, then he will say, so how are they and all that? I'll kill them tomorrow. Thakurji may say, hey, what? You cannot kill me, but they will only kill you. Something like that may come out in case. So he's saying, how can I tell him that he will die the day after tomorrow? So I will not go on. I don't have fear of him because I have seen your powers in the Yamuna. 13th. पुनिः पादरजसा गृहान्नो गृहमेधिनां यत् शौचेनानुत्पद्यन्ति पितरः साग्नयः सुरः. I am simply an ordinary householder attached to ritual sacrifices. So please purify my home with the dust of your lotus feet. By that act of purification, my forefathers, the sacrificial fires, and the demigods will all become satisfied. So Grahastha should present himself like this in front of sadhus or in front of the Krishna. So Akrura is perfect Grahastha. So he is telling that I am like this. I am an ordinary householder. Akrura said, the purified, that is Shauchena, water from washing the dust from your feet, which will fall on my head and the courtyard of my house, will satisfy all the demigod sacrificial fires and my ancestors. And those who are demigod worshippers and they become devotees, if you want to tell them why demigod worship is not required, you can tell this sloka in this particular commentary. That if Krishna is worshipped, then all other demigods, house, and sacrificial fires, all will be satisfied. That's the worshipping Krishna. Jasmin Tutya, Jagat Tushkam. That Yathataro Mula Nichechane. Tushkan Titaskand. Mujopachara. When the water is poured at the root of a tree, all the branches, twigs, all get satisfied. Similarly, when food is put in the stomach, everybody, all the limbs of the body are also nourished. 14th. Avanijanghriyugalam आसित श्लोक्यो बलिर्महान् ऐश्वर्यम् अतुलं लेभे गतिं चैकान्तिनातुल्याम्. By bathing your feet, the exalted Bali Maharaj attained not only glorious fame and unequaled power, but also the final destination of pure devotees. This is good what he is saying. So whenever we make any statement in our daytime, immediately we should tell something from the scriptures. That is Shastra Chakshu, Jnana Chakshu. Anything we do, any do it is just like what example? Here he has given already example Bali Maharaj. By bathing your feet, he attained not only glorious fame but unequaled power. Huh? Something you said? Okay. That song is there. Jepad Lagia Rama, Tapasya Gorila, Jepad Narada Modi, Shiritin Harira, Jepad Ramya Shiva Shivan, Shiva Pradavira, Jepad Sai Abhaya Pada, Shirete Bhaviya. Parama Anande Nachi Tava Guna Gai. But anything that we say, it should be immediately some sloka or something should come. Jiva Goswami has arranged that Harinamamrut Vyakaran. Everything is with the names of the Lord. So that is nice. But on our level, we may not be able to chant all the names of the Lord, nor do we have much to do with grammar. But in day-to-day life, whatever we say, we should immediately connect it to some Krishna conscious point. Some sloka, some Vaishnava song, some devotee that you heard something from, can immediately quote it. That is the sign of a Madhyam Adhikari. Kanishta Adhikari will just go on speaking, Prajalpa, lust will increase. That is interesting. But Madhyam Adhikari means anything you say or anything comes in front, immediately some Shastra, something will come in his mind. So that we have to learn. Yesterday Maharaj was also telling that we should quickly go to Madhyam Adhikari stage. Kanishta offensive stage is very dangerous. Here, Bali Maharaj got the Salukya because common they were staying in the same room. That's why. He attained unequaled, unrivaled power and the destination of pure devotee. Attained a position of great fame, Shlokya. Where is that Salokya? It is Shlokya, not Salokya. Great fame. Then 15. Apastengri avanejan. No, not you. I'm just saying because I'm reading Sanskrit. Then something remains here and there. Apannijanyas शुचयोपनम् शिरसाधत्तस्याक्षरवः स्वर्यातः सगरात्मजः. We need to drink our Ganga. Not of Ganga discussion. The water of the river Ganges has purified the three worlds, having become transcendental by bathing your feet. Lord Shiva accepted that water on his head, and by that water's grace, the sons of King Sagar attained to heaven. in the commentary which Sanskrit Prabhu says, the word apaha refers to the water of the Ganga. Apurva said that spiritual Suchayaho, water of the Ganga, which washed your feet, is held upon Shiva's head. It purifies the three worlds and awarded Swarga Mukti to the descendants of King Sagara. Swarga Mukti word, had you heard? Ever? Yes. So they went to Swarga, it says. Mukti, they got released from this thing. They went to Swarga.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam. Prabhu, this, just by touching of the Ganges.
Your volume is very less.
Yes, I will increase the volume. Is it okay now?
Okay, you speak. In case I don't hear, they will tell me.
Can I? Is it clearer now?
Yes. It's clear to the one who is operating the system, and others can't hear. But no problem. You speak.
Okay. So when the Ganges touches the ashes, it is touching the ashes, but the soul has already left the body. And how? Just a technical question. So soul has already left the body. What is the connection with the soul, with ashes, when the soul has already left the body? Is there still a connect where the soul feels part of, the ashes are part of myself or something like that? How does
the desire of the Lord, the glories of the Ganges, and Ganges has to come to this world. The Lord will arrange like this. We don't have to apply our normal rules of soul living, not coming back. For that matter, Chitraketu story also we are hearing now. How Narad Muni brought him back in the same body, though the soul had left. Similarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bringing the dead son of Srivas Thakur back in the same body. So Narottam Das Thakur Mahasaya, living body, and then people criticize him of interest. And again he came back in the body. He remained for some more time. Eknath Maharaj also, he also stayed in the same body after dying for some 1 year also. So like that, so many cases are there. So there, these things, these kind of rules don't act. That soul has left the body. How can the soul come back? The soul will come back. There, these things don't work. Because Lord is the controller of all the material energy. Maya Dekshana Prakriti. So he will change the rules for that matter. For that matter, we can see for Prahlada's body, even fire is not able to burn it, and water is not making it die, neither flowing from
no?
the.
That is understandable. Lord's mercy and Lord's potencies are understandable, that He can do the most unnatural thing.
So here
And
to present, to reveal to whole world the glories of Ganges. So that's why they were brought back. They were brought back means they were taken to Swarga.
So glories of Ganges. Okay, fine, got it.
Yeah, like that, glories of great souls also, glories of the Lord. They can bring the dead back to life. Pure devotees themselves also. So many hundreds of such pastimes are there.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. देवदेव जगन्नाथ पुण्यश्रवण कीर्तन यदुत्तम श्लोकः नारायण नमोस्तुते. O Lord of Lords, Master of the Universe, for you whose glories it is most pious to hear and chant. O best of the Yadus, for you whose fame is recounted in excellent poetry. O Supreme Lord Narayan, I offer you my obeisances. Akrut said, O Devadev, you shine among all the demigods. Today, please celebrate my house. You are the Lord of the universe, Jagannath. So now become the Lord of my house. You purify anyone who hears and chants your glories. Punya Pramana Kirtan. So please purify my house today. O best of the Yadus, Yaduttama, please come to my house, as I am also a Yadu. O Uttama Shloka, famous as the deliverer of the fallen, please purify my fallen household. Each word used by Akrut in one sense is explained as well. श्री भगवान उवाच आयासे भगवतो गेहम् अहमार्य समन्वितः यदुच्चक्र द्रोहं हत्वा वितरिष्ये स्वगतप्रियम् The Supreme Lord said, I will come to your house with my elder brother, but first I must satisfy my friends and well-wishers by killing the enemy of the Yadu clan. In purport, here it says, Krishna said, O Akrura, you have correctly called me the best of the Yadu. Therefore, first I will kill Kamsa, the enemy of the Yadu clan, and then I will come to your house. So Krishna will serve his purpose no matter what. He knows how to turn around the thing. Like, who can defeat him? His Uttam Shlok is glorified in the wise poetry. So that's why the best prayer is, Lord, let thy will be done, not mine. But that doesn't mean that we should not beg the Lord like this, what Akrura is doing. He's perfectly following Grihastha Dharma and far beyond a devotee Dharma, by calling Krishna to visit his house. But Krishna is focused on his mission. So because Lord is always focused on his mission, as much as we meditate on him, we can be very much focused in our activities of remembering Krishna and serving him. The best way that he says, no, Devasayatmika buddhi, ekeka kuru nantam. And so those who are focused on Krishna, they will be focused in their mission. They will not get carried away. Just like Giriraj Maharaj, we can see. I was hearing him. He was not speaking this thing, but we all know when he was focused on serving Prabhupada. He tells the details that when Brahmanand Prabhu came from Africa, it seems, and then he took charge of that Jew land, etc. And within some few days or something like that, Prabhupada told him, you need to go back there. But the situation is difficult there. So then he went. Before that, he left. So then next day, Prabhupada called all the devotees for meeting and said, now as Brahmanand is leaving, who will be the in charge for all this Jew temple to come up and all that? And Prabhupada himself was only ready with the answer. He said, so Giriraj, you will take the charge? And then Giriraj Maharaj, in one sense, had not thought. He was very humble. As such, everybody is humble only. Giriraj Maharaj is too much humble. So then he said, yes, Prabhupada. Nothing else. Who will do? So he accepted. And next day again, Prabhupada, similar thing only happened. So now, Giriraj, you are the in charge. And Prabhupada laughed also. And Giriraj Maharaj felt kind of devastated. How can Prabhupada say like this? In one sense, he laughed, na? I am not qualified. And he's doing like that. And then he says also that as the time passed by, in the presence of Prabhupada, my anxieties were increasing. And I was wondering, when we are with Guru, anxiety should reduce. But how it is so? So then he approached His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. So then Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj gave him one example that if house is on fire and there is no way out, let's say the door and everything, so you have to go through window and window has that glass. So you have to push the glass with your palm or whatever. So when you do that, it will crack open and these things also will get hurt, blood will come, it will be painful. So you know beforehand only that it is going to be painful. But that is the only way. Otherwise you would have only one alive. So you do it and you escape. So similarly, when you take anxiety for Guru's mission, the mission is like the fire, and the anxiety is that thing. So that will relieve you. And Giriraj Maharaj says, as that episode got over to great extent, then I realized that I had made lot of advancement all throughout, which I did not realize. I did not understand when I was going through that phase. But afterwards, when it was over, then I understood. Yes, I made a lot of advancement in this period because I was trying to serve Guru's mission. Anyway, what was the point here? So Krishna is focused. When we are focused on Krishna, we become very focused devotees. Being focused devotee means nothing else but one who is focused on Krishna. And Krishna includes Guru, and Krishna includes Vaishnavas also. Those who are serving Guru's mission, serving Vaishnavas, they are very focused. For that, best and most important is to clearly pronounce and attentively hear our morning chanting. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So So to the degree we hear is clearly pronounced and hear attentively, to that degree we will be most successful in our Guru's mission. Okay, 18. Shri Shukra Uvacha Eva Mukto Bhagavata Sokruro Vimana Yuva Purinta Vishtaha Kamsaya Karma Vidya Graham Yayo. Shukdeva Swami said, thus addressed by the Lord, Akrura entered the city with a heavy heart. He informed King Kamsa of the success of his mission and then went home. 19. Atha Paranhe Bhagavan Krishnaha Sankarshanadvitaha Mathuram Pravishad Gopair Didrukshuhu Parivarikaha. Lord Krishna desired to see Mathura, so toward evening he took Lord Balram and the cowherd boys with him and entered the city. During the Aparanne, Madhyanam, Purvanam, Aparanam. Madhyana is afternoon. Purvanna is before afternoon. Aparanna is after afternoon. In the afternoon, Krishna, along with Balram and a circle, Parivarika, of his cowherd friends, entered Mathura to see the city. So the city's description in 4 verses. The Lord saw Mathura with its tall gates and household entrances made of crystal, its immense archways and main doors of gold, its granaries and other storehouses of copper and brass, and its impregnable moats. Beautifying the city were pleasant gardens and parks. The main intersections were fashioned of gold, and there were mansions with private pleasure gardens, along with guild halls and many other buildings. Mathura resounded with the calls of peacocks and pet turtle doves, who sat in the small openings of the lattice, with lattice windows, and on the gem-studded floors, and also on the columned balconies, and on the ornate rafters in front of the houses. These balconies and rafters were adorned with Vaidurya stones, diamonds, crystal quartz, sapphires, pearls, and emeralds. All the royal avenues and commercial streets were sprinkled with water, as were the side roads and courtyards, and flower garlands. Newly grown sprouts, parched grains, and rice had been scattered about everywhere. Gracing the houses' doorways were elaborately decorated pots filled with water, which were bedecked with mango leaves smeared with yogurt and sandalwood paste, and encircled by flower petals and ribbons. Near the pots were flags, rows of lamps, bunches of flowers, and the trunks of banana and betel nut trees. So this is Vedic time, or even in villages now, to some extent, this thing will be visible. In our times now, we have different things. We have a plastic thing will come on the door, or these lamps will be there, electric lamp, put in the plug, and the light goes on with some musical display, something like that. But that is quite impersonal. You just put one thing, and all those lights they are illuminating. But here, every lamp you have to put it in front of the house. In the childhood, you might have done in Diwali season. How many of you have done? Yeah, one lamp you have to do many things, and then ultimately put there, then second one, third one, at some distance. So elaborately doing all these rituals. So here that was city so beautified with all these things. Which one of the chapter has given long purpose? Which I'm reading a little bit. The full water pots were placed in the following manner. On either side of each doorway, above piles of raw rice is a pot. How many of you see on the pile of rice a pot? It's still followed to some extent. Encircling each pot are flower petals. On its neck are ribbons, and in its mouth are leaves of mango and other trees. This we have in our yajna also. Above each pot on a gold plate are rows of lamps. Many times they keep a coconut there, but here it's a plate, golden plate, and on that rows of lamps. On either side of each pot are banana tree trunks. In front and behind each pot is a betel nut tree, Flags are leaning against the ponds and ornamental arches are arrayed here and there. This is very beauty. Very pleasing to mind, refreshing to all the senses. That this thing is there, Yajna is there next day. It may be every day also, that we don't know, but this is the festival period in Mathura, arranged by council. And on the pretext of that, he is going to kill Krishna. That's what he thinks. But that will become his birthday only. 24. The women of Mathura hurriedly assembled and went forth to see the two sons of Vasudev as they entered the city on the king's road, surrounded by their cowherd boyfriends. Some of the women, my dear king, eagerly climbed to the roofs of their houses to see them. So this is Vedic women. They want to see Krishna. So generally speaking, seeing Krishna, everybody should come down on the street. He's on the street. But they are very chaste. They will not go in front of the man or even Krishna. So will they go away from Krishna in one sense? From there they will see. What they will see? No binoculars there. But the seeing is through hearing. They have heard his glory. And Krishna's beauty is anyway, no mundane barriers can block it. Those who love Krishna, they see him everywhere, anytime. In order to see Krishna and Balaram entering Mathura on the wide royal road, the women of Mathura came forward, some in groups. Some ladies climbed onto the rooftops of the mansions. Some came in front also, but not very close. 25. Some of the ladies put their clothes and ornaments on backwards. Others forgot one of their earrings or ankle bells, and others applied makeup to one eye but not the other. The ladies were very eager to see Krishna. In their haste and excitement, they forgot themselves. This verse and the next describe the eagerness of the women of Mathura. In rushing out to see Krishna, they put their clothing on backwards, viparyak, and forgot some ornaments. Thus they appeared with only one earring and one anklet. Some women applied kajal, mascara, only to their left eye. So haste, utkantha, makes one sometimes forget the details of worldly rules. But when it comes to Krishna, then it reaches perfection. Bhushanam becomes Bhushanam. In one sense, the ladies like this will look little odd. One earring in one earlobe, another earlobe is only empty. So it's like a disproportionate dressing, ornamenting, etc. But this Dushanam is the Bhushanam, because the attraction to Krishna is the thing that attracts Krishna's heart also. And all perfection is reached. According to mundane calculation, these things are maybe Dushanam. But spiritual calculations go in a different way. 26. Those who were taking their meals abandoned them. Others went out without finishing their baths or massages. Women who were sleeping at once rose when they heard the commotion, and mothers breastfeeding their infants simply put them aside. So this also may look odd. They are neglectful in their duties. But Krishna only says, Sarva dharman parityajya, mamekam sharanam vraja, aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshishya. So one dharma of our lady, who is mother, to breastfeed and take care of the infant. But she just kept him aside and left for Krishna. So this is what is Sarva dharman parityajya. Those who are maintainers, they may shout saying, what is this? She's so negligent and all that. But in spiritual life, these things are perfection. That's why it is perverted reflection. What is considered glorious in material life is lowly, and what is considered glorious in spiritual life is considered not so good according to mundane ethics. Yes.
So, can I ask you?
Yes. You only have to ask.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes.
Who is asking? Someone is asking already?
Yeah, Prabhu, you can ask Prabhu.
Okay, yes. Prabhu, here again and again, it's ladies who are coming, ladies who are going on the road. So what were the men doing? I mean, Just curious.
They had to continue. That description, the ladies by default they have natural attraction to Krishna, not because male female, but their hearts are soft and they naturally feel like that. Men also, other places it is described here. Brahmanas and all they are going to come. Wait little bit, they will come.
Okay.
Ladies, they remain inside the house, and men are already outside.
Hmm.
And ladies, they always decorate before they go out.
Hmm.
So it's mentioned because they are coming out. They left everything.
Hmm.
It's
No, other places also you will feel, you will find that. And Krishna also enters in the wrestling arena. There also women are feeling. But so many slokas are there. Just before Krishna decides to kill Kamsa, found something like 6 to 17. These verses are all about ladies speaking. Hey, this is unfair man, the so tender limbed boys, and these are so this is unfair. Religion has left this place, so we should also leave this place. Otherwise, it will be very offensive. And other group of ladies say something, and these ladies may others may say something like that. So beforehand, these ladies only say something. So ladies are special. Prabhupada says in any religious gathering, many times we find women are more. And if you ask their husband, where are husband, they are watching cricket match. In our programs also, that's why from Brahmachari we have rule. At least half should be men, half should be women, minimum. More men, good. But only all ladies only, most of the ladies. So Ration group is absolutely.
Wedding, the important is the wedding rites. So they are attending somebody's wedding or they are wedding where
They are attending it. How mostly they are getting married. They will, that is also perfection, accept. But there is which verse you are talking about?
same box. Different. First one.
some day of meeting
Wedding like
So even those left. So that's very glorious. So husband and wife husband. Yeah. At least they will run behind the wife. Yeah, 26 we did not read anything. Some even interrupted ceremonies, such as wedding rites, and abruptly left without circumambulating their husbands. Others being massaged with oil by their maid servants, gave up the massage. Without even completing their bath, others left while their bodies were still wet. So this is infatuation as we say. So it is perfection of infatuation. 27. The lotus-eyed Lord, smiling as he recalled his bold pastimes, captivated those ladies' minds with his glances. He walked with the gait of a lordly elephant in the rut, creating a festival for their eyes with his transcendental body, which is the source of pleasure for the divine goddess of fortune. In for commentary, he says, with that body, Atmana, which is radiantly beautiful, Shri or Shriya, Shobhaya, Krishna gave pleasure, Ramana, Ramayati, and playful enjoyment to the ladies of Mathura. His handsome body created a festival, Utsavam, for their eyes and stole their minds. This indicates that by pleasing their eyes, Krishna bewildered them and without their noticing, stole the jewel of their minds. So Krishna also reciprocates, Yakhamam, Tapadyante, because they gave up everything, so Krishna also stole their minds. The perfection of all humanly activities or all the rituals, to give up those rituals, activities, and run to Krishna for his service, for his pleasure. So Krishna rewarded them in the highest possible way. The ladies of Mathura had repeatedly heard about Krishna, and thus, as soon as they saw him, their hearts melted. They felt honored, and he was sprinkling upon them the nectar of his glances and broad smiles. Taking him into their hearts, through their eyes, they embraced him, the embodiment of all ecstasy. And as their bodily hairs stood on end, a subduer of enemies, they forgot the unlimited distress caused by his absence. Commentary is that their hearts melted upon looking at Krishna. Okay, next. By the phrase, "O subduer of enemies," Arindama, Shukdev Goswami implies that by hearing and meditating on such pastimes as this, one can conquer the enemies of lust, anger, greed, and envy. So, one gain of our Bhaktivedanta classes, we will conquer our lust, anger, greed, and envy. But what we have to do is hear and meditate. So now we are hearing, after the class is over, please meditate. Whole day. 29th. Their lotus faces, blooming with affection, the ladies who had climbed to the roofs of the mansions rained down showers of flowers upon Lord Balram and Lord Krishna. In commentary, it says the women began to shower flowers, Saumana Seri, in the form of their smiles, or they showered flowers in the form of actions, indicating that their minds, Sumanasam, were delighted in love. So they have showered flowers also, but apart from their mind also, Sumanasam. That's why Krishna said, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prachati, not just showering flowers, is our whatever, offering flowers, but then with bhakti, with love and devotion. That is very important, or more important in also. Sometimes the thing may be missing, that doesn't matter. But if the love and devotion is there, like that Pragjotishpur Brahman, he did not have ingredients, but he had love. So everything else was in the mind. The ingredients were all brought and cooked, offered in mind, but mind was fully offered. That is the perfection. Mayeva manadasu, may buddhim niveshaya. Yosisya mayeva, ato urdhvam na samshaya. Offer your mind. Everywhere Krishna says mind. Mayar pita mano buddhi. There also. Where else? Manmana bhava manbhakto madhyaji manamastu. He's asking for our mind. Mind is the most important thing. Our savai pumsam, savai manaha, Krishna padara vindavar. First it begins with mana only. He's the master of all the senses. And then other senses will automatically follow. When king does anything, as it was quoted in the morning, then others will automatically do. So mind doesn't get settled in Krishna. Mind wanders everywhere. That's why songs are also there. Rajahure mana Shri Nandanandana Abhaya Charanarvindare. In the morning before beginning japa, we can sing this song, at least these lines. My dear mind, now please I request you, focus on Krishna, whose name will be chanted now through my lips. You can cajole the mind and inspire to chant. Otherwise, you can chastise the mind. Dushta mana tumi visera vaishnava pratishtha shatare nirjane rahare tava hari nama kevala prikava. Like now you will make a show of chanting Hare Krishna, but you are wandering on your own projects. What about Krishna's project of taking you back to Godhead and you focusing on holy name or Guru's project? That you are not concerned about. You are concerned about your own project. All projects come in our mind during chanting, isn't it? If at all we are alert. Otherwise, Swapna. In the sleep we are dreaming. We will complete those projects in sleep that we experience during chanting. One has to be very active. Our full performance has to be there in those 2 hours, 16 rounds. Best of ourselves. Sometimes we may think that today I did book distribution. Amazing, the best. That should not be the best. That's the outcome of the best thing that you did in the morning. That was the chanting. You put, if not 100%, at least 99% of your endeavors. Then outcome, whether it is in book distribution, subject cutting, temple floor, washing, cleaning, that will all nice. The struggle is during chanting. Okay, so here where were we?
29.
Okay, 30th. Brahmins standing along the way honor the two lords with presentations of yogurt and broken barley corns, pots full of water, garlands, fragrant substances such as sandalwood paste, and other items of worship. So Brahmanas are there. Men are also. Men can sigh in peace.
What is the importance of unbroken but not in box?
First of all, let us ask how many of you know barley corn? Raise your hand.
Oh, no.
Hmm. So many of us are not accustomed to Vedic terms and all these things. Prabhu knows? No, he should know. He has been handling kitchen paper.
Broken speeds, they are enough. Even
Akshata, that's why it is in marriage. Akshata. Akshata nahi, not broken right now. Because otherwise marriage may break. So Akshata. Yeah. These are all matters. These things matter. That's why they are like that, ना? नहीं तो क्या फिर कोई भी लाओ ना पाउडर करके लाओ पूरे everything has significance. We may not know, but it has. It's a colorful also. You have seen, huh? How many of you attended marriages in your life, this body? So the rice is colorful or white? Colorful. Why? Let the life be colorful. Ideally, there should be many more things, but our modern day lifestyle, there is festival. The colors are showered and so many things. Anyway, the word Paura refers to the women living in the city, Pura, of Mathura. So that's, I think I heard, 31st we went to. The women of Mathura exclaimed, "Oh, what severe austerities the gopis must have performed to be able to regularly see Krishna and Balram, who are the greatest source of pleasure for all mankind." Amazing how gopis' devotion is so high that women of Mathura are remembering them. So you can see how their attraction to Krishna is not some mundane and all that. It's on very high platform. Means we cannot compare it with gopis, but they have a lot of appreciation for pure devotees, gopis. What time you take break generally? 12:30. Okay. Because now that washerman's
when you can take.
we can take now. Or after his death, we should take bath. Means that break. This is spiritual. Very auspicious. Nobody gets contaminated. Rather, we get purified only. By healing Krishna given. We will take break now. For 15 minutes we will break. Then now it's 12:20. So 12:35 will be. Great. Radha Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhaktivedanta. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. We are at sloka number 32. Please repeat. Rajakam Kanchidayantam Rangakaram Gadagrajaham Drishva Jachaka Vasamsi Bhautani Ati Uttamani Cha. Seeing a waterman approaching who had been dyeing some clothes, Krishna asked him for the finest laundered garments he had. And our Vishwanath Thakur says, one who washes clothing is called Rajakaha. If he also dyes clothing, is called Rangakara. So there were many more also, but Krishna was going to make one fortunate. Unfortunately, he was unfortunate. And there were many others, and there were Jiva Goswami said there are some 100 donkeys also. He had to come with them because so many clothes were there. And your king is very rich also. Lord Krishna said, please give suitable garments to the two of us who certainly deserve them. If you grant this charity, you will undoubtedly receive the greatest benefit. Thus requested by the Supreme Lord, who is perfectly complete in all respects, that arrogant servant of the king became angry and replied insultingly. The washerman said, you impudent boys, you are accustomed to roaming the mountains and forests, and yet you would dare put on such clothes as this? These are the king's possessions you are asking for. Vishwanath Thakur says, Udhruttaha means one who has deviated from good conduct. Vrittaha. Uttamaha, Udgatatamaha, iti uttamaha. One who has gone beyond tama is uttamaha. Like that, Udvruttaha. Ud means beyond, and Vrittaha means good conduct. The washerman said, O you who have transgressed the bounds of good behavior, O ill-mannered boys, you dare to put on the king's clothing? By the influence of Mother Saraswati, the waterman's words can also mean our acharyas cannot tolerate Krishna's insult or Krishna's blasphemy. So Vishwanath Thakur basically, because Sanskrit is very flexible in one sense, so he gives another meaning. For bodies of excellent character, udruttaha, utkrushta charitaha, charitraha. Because that ut could also means utkrushta, not just udgata, but utkrushta, utkrushta charitraha. So, O boys of excellent character who herd cows on Govardhan, would you ever wear such mundane clothes as this? Certainly not. Therefore, even in play, why do you want to don the impure things of a king? So these are not fitting you. Yeah, sinful king's clothes. Even in play, you would not like to wear such clothes. That's what he's saying. The Amarkot dictionary says Ruttama Padye Charitre Cha, which means the word Ruttaha can indicate a footstep or activity and is used in all three genders. Sanskrit. Ruttam. 36. Fools, get out of here quickly. Don't beg like this if you want to stay alive. When someone is too bold, the king's men arrest him and kill him and take all his property. Vishnu Thakur says, the normal meaning of the verse is clear. However, there is another meaning. The washerman said, Oh Bhagavan, who on the pretext of taking 3 steps of land claimed the body of Balisa. You should not request in this way if you want to keep me alive. Just as Bali fell into danger by giving in charity, if I give you clothes, then my life will be over today. The servants of the king will bind up that person who is not afraid, Druptam of Kamsa, and after informing Kamsa, they will kill him and loot his house. So this is a little milder. Oh Lord, please spare me. Because charity, by giving charity, Bali landed up in problem. I'll also land up in problem by giving you charity. It's like I should give you charity, but that will be life is very dear. Kamsa will kill me only. So it is not as severe the way he is saying there. The way he's saying with that mood only, but our Acharya cannot tolerate Krishna's blasphemy. He's saying, fools, get out of here quickly. Don't beg like this if you want to stay alive. When someone is too bold, the king's men arrest him and kill him and take all his property. So there he is on the side of Kamsa. But here he is on the side of Krishna, the way Vishnu Thakur present. So Lord, I am your devotee. If I give you charity, I should. If I give charity, this king is rascal king. He will kill me only. So, could you please? 37th. As the washerman thus spoke brazenly, the son of Devaki became angry, and then merely with his fingertips he separated the man's head from his body. With his fingertips only, not even finger. How is it possible? But Janma Karma Chame Divya, Krishna's birth and activity are transcendental. This is enough. In fact, he doesn't even have to do that. This desire only, his head will fall down. But Lord also does Narakruti activities like a human being. So then some touch is required. And also by his touch, he will be purified also. The washerman's assistants all dropped their bundles of clothes and fled down the road, scattering in all directions. Lord Krishna then took the clothes. See, ultimately Krishna got what he wanted. The fools, if they only would have recognized. We can see on contrary to this, Kubja, she gave. There was so much threat to her. That will come little later. But threat to her life, because if Kamsa came to know that, oh, this new lady, that was my Chandam, even if he would have got enough, little bit only she would have offered them. And he saw it little less and he asked, why, what happened? And she said, I gave to 2 boys, Krishna and Balaram. He would have cut her down, he would have killed her. But she did not worry. She was charmed by Krishna. Whereas these fellows are very averse. They are envious of Krishna. Yes.
Like one thing is Lord is transcendental, but to wear Kamsa's clothes like a relative, like he's a Kamsa, his mama, one may feel some affection for mama. But here he is like a demon. The Lord is wearing his clothes.
No, not necessarily they were his old clothes. The Rangakar is also there, no? New clothes also. The Krishna will not wear Kamsa's clothes. He will wear new clothes also. Because festival is there, no? New, just like on Diwali and all, we purchase new clothes. So Kamsa will also have. There's so many, 100 donkeys are there. They are not mentioned here, but in Shri Gopal Champu, Jiva Goswami explains. So the 100 donkeys means how many clothes must be there? Generally, we know donkey is famous for getting overloaded only. What 2 donkeys can carry will be loaded on 1 donkey only. Here 100 donkeys means how many clothes must be there? So many. And they are not old clothes. Some are new also. So Krishna will discriminate. Now also what he is going to choose. He will not choose the old ones. Or even there, Kamsa only is so careful. He's sending brand new chariot with approval. So how Krishna in one sense he will not wear those things. Similarly, we find in this one also. Talwan also, where basically the whole pastime began with cowherd boys feeling hungry. Oh Krishna, oh Rama, we are hungry. Are you not smelling nice fragrance coming from the tal fruits on those tal trees? But then unfortunately there is all that. Then okay, they say okay, let's go now. We'll get for it. And then they do a whole pastime. They kill the Lucas and all, and so many fruits fall down in the process only without effort. But did boys eat? Did Krishna Balram eat? Not even one day ate. Why? They were tempted with the blood of these demons. No. Who ate those fruits? Low class people, Pulinda and all those others. They came and they ate. Not Krishna Balram or any of the coward boys. Whole pastime began with going to let us test these fruits. And at the end we find not even one fruit touched also. So Krishna will not touch contamination. For the matter, Kalayavan also. So much he was running and he was very close to Krishna, but could not even touch Krishna. No sin can ever touch Krishna. He is ever pure. Om Purnam this. The Param Dhamma Param Dhamma Pavitram Paramam. So Krishna is always pure. So there are many. That's why Vishnu Thakur explained Rajakaha and Rangakara. Rajaka means one who washes the clothes, the earlier clothes and all that. But Rangakara will be dye new one. We have no white dhoti kurta and we put it in saffron, like Rangakar. We don't become Rajaka that time. That time we are Rangakar. But otherwise, afterwards, our own old dhoti kurta. We are washing it and we are Rajakas. Rajakas means what? According to this terminology. Which was that verse? 38. The assistants of the washerman dropped the bundles of clothing, Vasaha, Kosham, and fled. So bundle is Kosha, Koshagra, they call it. Kosikala, Koshi, Ko. Nanda Maharaj had all his jewels and all that. So they all fled. Krishna and Balram put on pairs of garments that especially pleased them. And then Krishna distributed the remaining clothes among the coward boys, leaving some scattered on the ground. You have seen this photo, how many of you seen? It's not seen so much, but our devotees have painted this photo. If you go visit Hyderabad temple, Sri Radha Madan Mohan temple, all over the temple, so many views like this, Shri Goswami, like this size, sometimes I think bigger than this also. So many portraits are there, beautiful. And they're so huge, so they get imprinted. I think there it is there, this one. After Krishna killing this washerman, his dead body is there, his head is separated, blood and all that, and others have run away, and the clothes are lying there, and Krishna and Balram are already wearing covered boys also. This is 39th. Now 40 to 42, 3 verses are about the weaver. Tatastu vayakaha pretas Tayorvesham akalpayat Vichitravarnaischailayar Akalpair Anurupataha. Thereupon a weaver came forward and, feeling affection for the Lord, nicely adorned their attire with cloth ornaments of various colors. It is called a Vayaka or Darji in Hindi. Vayaka means weaver. He stitches the clothes. The Vayakaha is one who weaves using bamboo. He dressed Krishna and Balram in soft silk cloth of gold color, embedded with jewels and ornaments. The word Anurupataha indicates that the colors matched nicely. Anurupataha also means that in Krishna and Balram's pastime of becoming restless, cloth ornaments will be suitable because they will not pain their bodies. See, so much care is taken care. Attention to details is sign of love. Now these boys are going, they have been invited to Mathura for fighting. Now with this new dress or whatever, they will go to fight. So let me give them ornaments, but cloth ornaments. You know, we have like we have crowns. These are not golden crowns. You see, Pujari must have seen. Inside all that cardboard is there. And the cardboard they have all these what do you call like imitation. I don't know what to call that. You have seen, no? How many of you have seen Lord's things closely? Pujaris must have operated also. Like that. So that is good because that inside the cardboard only is there. What touches Radha Vrindavan Chandra's or Vrindavan Chandra's forehead is kind of cardboard. Kind of. It has some nice thin cover, which is colored also. And outside it looks a very nice crown. Like that. I'm not talking about that golden crown you see in the morning Mangalati. But other simple crowns are there. So outside it looks like crown, but inside it is all cardboard only. So by that cardboard, Vrindavan Chandra will not have problem. It will not be painful.
Costumes also.
Drama costumes, I think, yeah. Those must have been painful. So this is very intelligent viewer. These are all those who are oriented to serve Krishna, they get all intelligence as to how to serve Krishna in the best possible way. Dadami buddhi yogantam yenamam upayanti. So there, those fellows forget about offering clothes, ornaments. They offered harsh words to Krishna. They are not only painful to body, more than body, hard pains, the harsh words. And those fellows, fools, don't you know, these are Kamsa or king's clothes. So this kind of words are not good. Here, the devotee is not only wearing or what you call offering very nice sweet words, but his service is also very anurupata, as the word is used, perfect word. As per the need. So he has offered the ornaments also, which will not be pricky. Otherwise, somebody Chandur or Mushtik punches Krishna, and that blow is one thing, but another thing is because of this ornament, which is having roughness inside, it will hurt Krishna's body more. So let me give Anurupata. They give cloth ornaments. They will look like ornaments, but they are not ornaments the way they paint. Whatever you see.
Yes, the weaver is using the bamboo.
Yeah, but here it seems here he did not use any bamboo. He used that skill for cloth ornaments.
Lord didn't ask him.
Lord did not ask him. He only came. So that is good. So here Thamam Prapatyante. So he only came forward, then Krishna will also enter in his life, in his heart. Similar description is there in Chaitanya Bhagavat. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taking a stroll on the streets of Navadvip, and 6 different shops or personalities he meets. So one is consul seller. So he asks every time he will ask, but I don't have money. No, my dear Nimai, don't worry. You take it. You take it. Another was the one who sells what you call that fragrant oils. So you take it, you apply it, and even after washing your hand or something like that, still you feel it is very fragrant. Then if you like it, you may pay. So they are so malleable like that. Similarly, men are there. They consider Nimai to be their mama, Ma ka bhai. So they pick him up only on their shoulders and take him inside, feed him nice chai everywhere. And Lord is ecstatic by taking their offerings with love and devotion. So 6 varieties of people he visits like that. I think in that visit only the last one is that Sarvagya, not Sarvagya, the astrologer. And he asked him, could you please see him? And when he sees all the incarnations, Matsya Avatar, Kurma Avatar, Vamana Avatar, and he's getting confused when Nimai had asked him, could you please tell me who I was in my previous life? Then he prays, Lord, please, that is okay. You are very merciful to me. You are showing me all your forms. Certainly your kindness. But I need to tell this Nimai who he was in his previous life. Could you please help me in that? And again, when he tries, again all the avatars are appearing. So he's getting confused. And then Nimai says, okay, don't worry. I'll come later on. Today enough dose of my mercy. Digested that first. He doesn't say all this, I'm just giving something. So Lord is very merciful. So whenever Lord goes around, he gives his mercy and opportunity for others to render service. Like on Satyatra day also, Jagannath goes. So many people come, some offer flowers, some offer arati, some offer fruits, some offer whatever donation. And then Lord gives his mercy. So here Lord is taking stroll, and this is very transcendental. Those who are unfavorable, they got killed. Those who are favorable, now they will be all blessed. So one by one, they are coming. So here is the viewer. 40th. Over. 40%. Krishna and Balaram looked resplendent, each in his own unique, wonderfully ornamented outfit. They resembled a pair of young elephants, one white and the other black, decorated for a festive occasion. So somewhere here on there, it is viewer only because it's a cloth kind of thing. So when Krishna wore those clothes, they were meant for Kamsa. So Kamsa is a very huge person. He's a fully grown adult. So they're very long clothes. And when Krishna is walking, it's like the road is getting cleaned also. So these viewers are not good. It's too long. So he cut them also. And then made it appropriate size. That also he did. The details are not given here, but they are there. Apart from clothes, how many of you wore the clothes of some senior and then you cut? You did it? No one? I did it. When Gaurav Guru left temple for Vrindavan, says locker was open. Manager announced, all those devotees, whatever you want, you take it. Immediately we grabbed so many things, we don't take count to Brahmacharya. So I got his kurta. And I am very happy for that, what they call a special kurta, not the cotton, something like jute or something. It was very long. Then I got it cut, made it of my size, and I was wearing it. So this is a tradition in villages. बड़े भाई का बुआ का बेटा मामा का बेटा so younger generation gets make it of their size and they wear it. So this is in parampara, we are following Krishna people. तस्य प्रसन्नो भगवान् प्रासादात् सारूप्यमात्मनः श्रियं च परमं लोके बलैश्वर्य स्मृतीन्द्रियम्. This is blessing for that viewer. Pleased with the viewer, the Supreme Lord Krishna blessed him that after death he would achieve the liberation of attaining a form like the Lord's, that will be Sarupya. And that while in this world he would enjoy supreme opulence, Shriyam cha Paramam Loke, physical strength, Balai, Bal, influence, Aishwarya, memory, Smriti, and sensory vigor, Indriyam. Indriyam. That's the viewer blessed. So favorable attitude is required. And when attitude is favorable, the actions, words, everything is favorable. Like here you can see. Viewer only, not only some details are not given, but when he came forward, he must have said, welcome. He might have addressed the Lord some way. Welcome, sir. Whatever. Prabhu, Mahaprabhu, something like that. And then actions are so soothing, so pleasing to Krishna. So attitude is required, proper attitude. Advancement in Krishna consciousness depends on the attitude of the follower. Whereas those earlier ones were not having proper attitude, so they got killed. Now 43 to 52 is about Sudama, the florist. He is not that Sudama, the Brahmin. Yes. He was from Dwarka, Porbandar, 100 kilometers away from Dwarka. But here is Sudama, the florist, from Mathura, who sometimes had been to Vrindavan to get the best of the flowers. Because Mathura is the city, sometimes all flowers are, everything is not there. So sometimes he would go to Vrindavan also and get the best flowers. But when he would go to Vrindavan, the precincts of Vrindavan, then he would come to know from people there about Krishna, Balaram, and Krishna's very amazing activities, and he would be attracted. So he had the desire to serve Krishna. Personally, I don't remember what Jiva Goswami said, Shri Gopal Champu, but I don't think he saw Krishna there. Even once, maybe. Might have seen once or twice. Because he was mainly going for getting the best flowers, which were not available in Mathura. But he had desire to serve Krishna. And here is the opportunity he is getting. Krishna reciprocates with his devotee's desire. If not immediate, later on. So he is getting that opportunity here now. Yes. I think that was on, that's why it was echoing maybe. Okay.
One question that like Lord Sri Krishna must be knowing the inner desire of this person.
Oh, so you are now.
So because like he gave the Vaikuntha, come to Vaikuntha is like Sarupamukti.
Hmm.
So the question is that this personality means Krishna can give us the highest of what he could have imagined to have perfection. This is the Sabtu Upar Kadiya Bhagwan. You come as from Sarupya. So my question is that these residents are pure devotee or they are practitioners
These residents.
of Mathuras.
Hmm.
So they are participating in the fasting of the Lord. So the two things I'm asking. So Lord did not give him like Alasa like friend or mother or like that. Just I'm asking.
They must be having that rasa, only that kind of dasya rasa.
So means they are the residents of Mathura.
But this Sarupya,
Sarupya generally in Golok.
that is in Vaikuntha. So that Krishna only knows what is best according to their mood. Now those details are not here nor are given the Vishnu example. In case
Given
some 20 given, where
42 purport.
42 purport will be for Sudama, no?
Level.
Okay, take it. And where were we?
We have
Okay, we did not read that. Krishna was very happy, so he immediately blessed the viewer with dexterity of the senses, memory, power, and strength. After death, he would attain the spiritual body of a cowherd. Okay, for him, cowherd body is there. The Sarupya is not Sarupya Vaikuntha. You got what is it? 42.
This Krishna immediately enrolled.
Okay. So
So means even in Mathura, these residents are not like permanent. They are not permanent associate of the Lord. Because
yes, all varieties of devotees are there. No? Some are eternal associates, some are they will perfect their lives in that.
he got.
Hmm. We hear now that even if you become pure devotee here, you have to take birth on the planet. I think that creates problem.
Yeah.
That one has to take one birth somewhere on the planet where Lord is performing pastime, kind of apprenticeship. When he learns there, then he goes to actual.
This is the actual destination.
Yeah, afterwards. Hmm.
So
But now he is there on planet where Krishna is performing pastime. So that we don't know whether he is eternal associate or he might have been perfecting his life and then he will take birth as a boy, covered boy. Now 43rd to 52 is about this Sudama the Flowers. The two lords then went to the house of the garland maker, Sudama. When Sudama saw them, he at once stood up and then bowed down, placing his head on the ground. So he is a Mali or a Malakar. This was described how after dressing and putting on ornaments, one put on a garland. Next, it's like step by step, whatever puja we do here. We have Shodashopchar, 16 items we offer. So what is that proof? After bathing, idam snaniyam, then idam vastra. So after taking bath, he wears clothes. Lord is given clothes. Then idam vastram, then abaraniyam. So then abaraniyam means ornaments. So ornaments are there. Then garland, flowers. Ishama. Garland is given. So exactly what we do here, they are doing there for the Lord, step by step. It's like he took bath is not mentioned, but actually anyway, Lord is always good. But then he took the clothes of Kamsa, and then that we were got them cut nicely. Then ornaments also, and now he is going to wear garland. That Sudama will. After offering them sits and bathing their feet, Sudama worshipped them and their companions with arghya, garlands, pan, sandalwood dust, and other presentations. How personal it is, and all these acceptable things, worshipable. Nowadays, the guest reception is gone down so much. They will just tell him to sit on sofa and put on the TV or something. Keep watching, we will come back. Very interesting. Yesterday we were discussing about that chat GPT, and I was telling you it is the height of impersonalism. Just one or two words about that person you say. The chat GPT makes a huge, long poem only. Oh, Prahlad Pran Prabhu, your life is glorious as a monk in ISKCON, where Srila Prabhupada preached it. Dead thing machine. And somebody will give to him on his birthday. He will feel, oh, this woman has so much love for me. So you are cheating. Chat GPT machine has done it. And he has no feelings for Prahlad Pran Prabhu. He doesn't know only Prahlad Pran Prabhu exists. But here you can see how he came forward and offered seats, and getting there. Yesterday, Maharaj also mentioned that we have philosophy in non-personalism, but it is that very impersonal. How many of you feel that there is some impersonalism in your life, in your treatment to other devotees? How much? बाद में देखते हैं चल तो देखते भी नहीं. Similarly, Prabhupada also did Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Dandavat what? You did not even pay Panchang Pranam. Forget about Dandavat, that means Ashtang Pranam. Nothing. Dandavat Pranam. बोलने की बात है करते कुछ भी नहीं. हाँ प्रणाम. Yeah. Panchang Pranam is also okay. This is Ekanga Pranam. Panchang is 5 in. And Danda Pranam is Ashtanga Pranam. Danda, like a stick, you fall down flat. That is called a Danda. That we don't know. That we have only to sannyasi. But then also when we say Danda Pranam, we are doing nothing, not even Panchang Pranam.
So like
Namaste is okay. Like
Pranam is also like
so Pranam is okay, but Danda Pranam is too much. We are not offering. He is first of all not a sannyasi, he or she. And then how can you say Danda Pranam? To him, yeah, Danda Pranam Maharaj. But then again the point remains, you are not doing any pranam. You will find, I see sometimes in the voices, when the Radhesham Prabhu morning Chapatam begins, immediately boys bow down. How many of you see? So they, at least, I don't know which pranam is that. Ardhanga pranam, Ekanga pranam. But that is not authorized pranam. But ideally, Panchang pranam should be done. So just by hearing the voice of that person, that is proper. But then they do it little improperly, in a sense. You understand? No? They do something like this. Whatever. Bhavagrahi Janadharma. All ISKCON devotees are so much on Bhav stage that on practical stage they are hardly present. That is for pure devotee. Our Madhyam Adhikari offers pranam to Kanishta Adhikari in the mind. But if you are Kanishta Adhikari, or if you are Madhyam Adhikari but you are offering obeisances to Uttam Adhikari, then you should bow down physically. He says that Dikshasti Chet Pranati Vishcha Bhajanta Visham. Pranati, you have to do pranam. Yes, ideally you should do it. Anyway, we'll go ahead. Otherwise, we will be stuck in it. Huh?
Pamho has no use. Pamho.
Sometimes I told them to Prabhupada Saraswati Maharaj, dear Maharaj. So when he replied, his SMS, WhatsApp came, I think he had written there, please accept now. And I said, oh my God, I did a big mistake. I used short form for him and he was writing full form. Please accept now. But I did not say anything. I felt I better keep quiet. Maharaj will understand, he will full transcript. Anyway, so you can see how it's a very, what do you call, personal treatment is very important. At least in our life, how many of you say that you have very personal relationship with at least one or two devotees? You follow all the rules of personalism in your treatment interactions with that person or those 2-3 people.
What's everything?
Yeah, he knows everything. So find out, because this one step, so what they call baby step, would be a giant step in our advancement in Krishna consciousness. Because otherwise, in general, we have a lot of impersonal treatment or almost all impersonal treatment toward all the devotees. And no wonder if we applied on sannyasis or gurus also. Even our own guru stays here for 1 month. First day, second day, it will be great veneration, all that. But 10th day, 15th day, 20th day, 30th day, no wonder if you ask, Maharaj ka return journey ticket is not booked up. Who is the fool who is not booking it? Ask me, I will get it. I will sponsor it. The Vedic life is not just get reception, get stand up also. So we have quite, outside how the trespassers will be prosecuted. Beware of dogs. My small dog is at the gate because big dog is inside the house. I will not allow you. If you escape my small dog at the gate, the big dog, will bite you if you enter in my house. So it's very impersonal. At least we can begin in a small way by being very personal with some one devotee at least, maybe 2, 3. More the better, but at least one. Otherwise, over a period of time, our heart will become very dry. And I have no love for anyone. And my philosophy is love of God at every morning. And what is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must carefully guard against all these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success. Krishna pray! And we are praying for no one currently. And directly to Krishna. Krishna, I just surpassed, what do you call? Bypassed all your devotees. And I have come to you, O Lord, with all my love for only you. Lord will say, आईने में चेहरा देख के आ जाओ. You can no love for my devotees, what are you doing? So let us be little personal, little to be a giant step in our return journey back to God. Sudama said, now he's all very nice section. For Lord, my birth is now sanctified and my family free of contamination. Now that you both have come here, my forefathers, the demigods, and the great sages are certainly all satisfied with me. Again, this also, this verse also can be shown to demigod worshippers who become devotees, and they are a little scared. How can we give up demigod worship? Can tell them, see how what is this Dhamma saying? He has that knowledge that if Lord comes to your house, all forefathers, demigods, great sages, all are worshipped, all are satisfied. Yasmin tushta jagat tushta. And that Akshapadra story can also be told. And Lord ate little sharp remnants. Gurus and all 60,000 disciples, their stomachs were over flooded. 46. You two lords are the ultimate cause of this entire universe. To bestow sustenance and prosperity upon this realm, you have descended with your plenary expansions. Because you are the well-wishing friends and supreme soul of the whole universe, you regard all with unbiased vision. Therefore, although you reciprocate your devotees' loving worship, you always remain equally disposed toward all living beings. Samaham sarva bhuteshu. Morning was quoted. Commentary. Sudama said, though you are equal to all, you show special mercy to your devotees. Bhajantam bhajator api. Those words are the last words. Bhajantam. Those who worship you. Bhajator api. Reciprocating with this. Krishna confirms this in Bhagavad Gita. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshasya na priyaha ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya mai siddhi. I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all, but whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him. Sudama said, actually, you are merciful to that person who worships you, whether he is a Brahmin or a dog eater, without regard for his birth or caste. Because of this, you have granted all success to me, a garden maker and the weaver, including the weaver also. 48. Please order me, your servant, to do whatever you wish. To be engaged by you in some service is certainly a great blessing for mankind. All these things make a lot of sense when we chant properly. Because he's saying, please order me. I'm your servant. Amitava Nityadas, Janinu Yepar. To do whatever you wish. So in chanting, we are asking for more and more services. And daytime we get so many services. So we render them very nicely, feeling grateful Oh Lord, I prayed in the morning, and daytime you are reciprocating so wonderfully. So thank you. Then next day morning again with much fervent desire, desperation we pray, chant. And then again daytime more services. Again rendering them gratefully. Next day again we can chant. So chanting has all this philosophy is nothing but leads to chanting only. Leads to chanting of the holy name. To be engaged by you in some service is certainly a great blessing for anyone. And the best service is Madhya Sarvasreshta, Nama Sankirtan, Niraparada Nam Lele, Pave Prem. So what is aparad? Anybody knows? In one line? No, that is the meaning. This displeasing rather. To separate Krishna from his holy name. When you differentiate Krishna and his holy name, that is aparad. This is always Gopal Vishnu Maharaj says that. So when you say Hare Krishna, immediately Radha Vrindavan Chandra should manifest in our heart, in the eyes of our mind. The Hare is Radharani, Krishna means okay, Vrindavan Chandra, Gopinath, Madan, Mohan, whichever is your favorite Lord or deity, they should manifest. If they are not manifesting, that means aparad is happening. Ideally, everything else also will manifest eventually. His qualities, his pastime, that is quite advanced. But at least form should manifest automatically. But because, and we are chanting, we want, even for sometimes photo of Vrindavan Chandra maybe in front, and when we are chanting, we may not be able to relate only that he is the one whom I am calling. Just like now, Sri Chaitanya Chandra is in front of me. Sri Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu, he is here. What is this? Like absent-mindedness. I'm not understanding only. The person I am calling is here. Where are you looking here? I'm lost. This is what is avidya basically. Maya covers us over. That avaranatmika and rakshaka patmika, that is happening during chanting also. We get covered over with all the ignorance. And rakshapatmika, our mind is wandering everywhere. Thrown here, from there, on the projects, all so many things. So that's how aparad happens. So he is wonderfully praying. Now, please, to be engaged in by you in some service is certainly a great blessing for anyone. So, 48. Shukdev Goswami continued, O best of kings, having spoken these words, Sudama could understand what Krishna and Balram wanted. So he said this, and he knows also. Thus, with great pleasure, he presented them with garlands of fresh, fragrant flowers. Commentary. Krishna said, O Sudama, do whatever you think is right. That is my order. It will be very good if you do that. Sudama understood Krishna's command by realizing, I must give them garlands since I am a garland maker. Then he gave an excellent, extremely fragrant garland, which was made of attractive, soft, fresh flowers. The singular word mala, garland, is used to indicate that though Sudama gave two garlands, one to each brother, he secretly gave one most beautiful garland to Krishna. This is not a problem. Balram is happy. He is Sevaka Bhagwan. Whereas Krishna is Sevaka Bhagwan. Balram himself would like to give the best garland. In case that he brings two garlands. One is best and other is better. So Balram will say, oh, this best one you offer to Krishna. Then, naturally he will say that. So before Hanodi, Sudama offered the best one to Krishna. That's why the word mala is coming there. Kusumair mala. What is the plural of mala?
Mala.
Mala. New addition to Sanskrit rules. Sure. If nobody knows Sanskrit, Prabhupada will give. You are looking into Prabhupada.
Mala.
Prabhupada will. Only Prabhupada disciples are there. Mala is garlands. Malyani will be there. Etani Pushpani. We are so expert in no. Okay, no problem. But anyway, the bhav should be understood. He gave the best one, that garland, to Krishna. And other one was not bad, better one. But the best one he offered to Krishna. Beautifully adorned with these garlands, Krishna and Balaram were delighted, and so were their companions. The two lords then offered the surrendered Sudama, who was bowing down before them, whatever benedictions he desired. So his benediction, what he offers, he asks, is very nice. You can repeat. Swapi vavre achalam, Swapi vavre achalam bhaktim, तस्मिन् देवाखिलात्मनि तद्भक्तेषु च सौहार्दम् भूतेषु च दयान्तराम्. Sudama showed unshakable devotion for Krishna, the supreme soul of all existence, friendship with his devotees, and transcendental compassion for all living beings. So this is perfection. Namya Ruchi, Vaishnava Seva, Jivudaya. Essence of all our spiritual practices is Atma. Sudama chose unshakable devotion for Krishna. So devotion is devotional service, as Prabhupada said. And 9 process of devotional service. Bhajanera Madhya Sarva Shrestha Navavida Bhakti. Krishna Prema, Krishna Dite, Dhare Mahashakti. In 9-fold process of devotional service, they have 2 powers. They can award you Krishna Prema, love for Krishna, and then Krishna. Krishna Prema, Krishna Dite, Dhare Mahashakti. And then he says, Tara Madhya Sarva Shrestha Nama Sankirta. So Namya Ruchi is asking. Sudama chose unshakable devotion for Krishna. And then friendship with his devotees. Friendship means what? Without service to devotees, how can you have friendship with devotees? So Vaishnava Seva is asking. And transcendental compassion for all living beings. Bhuteshu dayam param jiva daya. So how intelligent he is? How did he ask this? Did he go through commentaries? Did he books of Prabhupada?
Same thing, Parikshit Maharaj.
Parikshit Maharaj also. See how these devotees know all the country. Yes. Parikshit Maharaj. Next. Here. Not only did Lord Krishna grant Sudama these benedictions, but he also awarded him strength, long life, fame, beauty, and ever increasing prosperity for his family. Then Krishna and his elder brother took their leave. We can see a clear difference between Lord Krishna's dealings with the nasty washerman and his dealings with the devoted florist Sudama. The Lord is as hard as a thunderbolt for those who defy him, and as soft as a rose for those who surrender to him. Kusumadapi Komalam, Vajradapi Kathoram. That is not only Lord, his devotees also. That verse Madanda, I will never go with you. Then he says about Mukunda. Oh, Mukunda cannot tolerate my austerity as a sannyasi. I take 3 times cold water bath, I sleep on hard surface. He cries internally, but I can make out. So he is not fit. Similarly, Jagdanand Pandit, his only goal in life is to give me sense gratification. He wants to apply all fragrant oils on me. So he is unfit. And Damodar Pandit, though he is a brahmachari, he corrects me, he chastises me. Says this is not proper behavior. You are a sannyasi, you should behave like this. All are unfit. So there he says they are dopagara chale. By telling their faults, basically Lord is glorifying them. And then anyway, I think that little later Sarva Bhattacharya is made, and then when Mahaprabhu where it is said that Vajradapi Komalam, Vajradapi Katoram, and Kusmadapi Komalam. So Lord is like that. So with washerman, he was as hard as thunderbolt. With this Sudama, he is as soft as rose petals. Therefore, we should all sincerely surrender to Lord Krishna, since that is clearly in our self-interest. And here in commentary it says, Krishna gave the garland maker strength, power, wealth, and beauty, though he did not desire it. This was a response to his enthusiastic desire to serve Krishna and Balaram. Thus, we understand in all cases Krishna is more perfectionate to his devotees. So for us also, we need not ask for worldly prosperity. It will come. In fact, as brahmachari, we are able to see so much is given to us, isn't it? Do you feel anything lacking in your life? So many extra things are lying in your life. You only do what you call think for life, food for life. Like, you become generous and distribute products. Okay, any question on this chapter? Yes.
This Sudama, Lord directly went to.
Home means it's like shop behind the home also. He's walking, taking a stroll on the streets of Mathura. So on one after other, these shops are there. So he's also there. The viewer came in front. That one was the description. And for Sudama, what was the description? Went to the house on garland maker. So Lord went. Went means it is just one after the other only.
What is the previous line from
I don't know. For demons in Vrindavan, many of them, Brahma Vaivarta Puran describes. And also Garga Samhita. So, but about these, I'm not sure. These Mathura Vasis. What given? What is given? I don't remember.
He was praying for Lord Shiva and God mercy and God.
He will tell.
Only one of the lines I remember that his name was Hemant something, and he was worshipping, praying for Lord Shiva, and by blessings he said that he will get Krishna. Krishna
Previous life.
previous life. Then here he got Krishna came. Here he was meditating on every day he used to make garland. And now today he personally came.
So he's saying that is Sri Gopal Chandra.
Now in this last time, Lord is himself going to different devotees. So asking services, asking offerings. So that is one thing, and immediately Lord is reciprocated. But in case of ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada giving so many services. So how to understand what will be the purpose? Purpose means what is the end result that we are engaged in so many services, like all devotees, cooking, making garden, and doing so many services. So what is the purpose behind all these services?
To develop love for Krishna, Krishna Prema. That's what Navavida Bhakti, Krishna Prema, Krishna Dite, Dhare Mahashakti. Any of the 9 processes of devotion, the kind of services you explained, they are all falling in the category of Pada Sevanam, mainly. Like that. And now here, like you are doing Shravanam, I am doing Kirtanam. And by that, both of us are having by default Smaranam of the Lord. So any of the 9 or all of the 9, they are having 2 potencies. Krishna Prema, Krishna Dite, Dhare Mahashakti. So you get Krishna Prema and Krishna. This is our constitutional position. Recently, I gave Bhaktivedanta exam, 5th canto, 4th, 5th, 6th chapter. So there, one of the questions is something like, why are devotees not interested in mukti? So he says, muktim dadati karichit smana bhakti yogam. Lord gives mukti very easily to anyone who asks, but bhakti doesn't give so easily. And the devotees of the Lord, they know mukti is what? The 2nd canto. Mukti hitva anyatha rupam swarupena vyavasthiti. Mukti is what? Mukti hitva anyatha rupam. Anyatha roop, anyatha other designations, identities that you are identifying with. Hitva, giving that up. Mukti hitva anyatha rupam swarupena vyavasthiti. To be situated in one's own constitutional position. So the answer in the purpose is that devotee knows that my constitutional position is I am eternally servant of Krishna. To engage in Krishna's service. So when I am engaged in Krishna's service, I am automatically liberated. Because mukti is what? Giving up all other designations and being in constitutional position. Constitutional servant, I am already engaged as servant. Whether through Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Padam, whatever 9 of one of the 9. So you will get, you are already liberated. You are already liberated from all the problems. Like you can see when you are engaged in Krishna conscious activity, that time Maya is not troubling you. I just imagine all of us not here, we sit on the road there, silently, and the Hare Krishna chowk there. How much Maya will enter in? Dust will also enter, inside, outside. And Maya will also enter. Isn't it? So we are liberated. Anyatha rupam hitva. After reaching Golok Vrindavan, what we will do? We'll have Bhaktivedanta classes there also. My third class, Sundarshyam Das will not be the speaker, but Madhukanta and Snigdhakanta will be the speakers. So if you are in Dasyaras, Sakhyaras, Vatsalaras, you will hear a daytime katha. Night you will sleep mostly. But if you are in Shringaras, you have night katha. Like same speakers, Madhukanta and Snigdhakanta. But with in your constitutional swarup of Vraja ladies, Vraja Vadhu, it is one of the Gopis or Manjari. That is night katha. Only for ladies, only one Purush there, Krishna. And okay, Madhukanta, Snigdhakanta, but they are the speakers. So they are also same thing go on. What you are doing here, there you will do the same thing.
While doing services, like in this duty are natural attraction and affection for the Lord. But we are doing sometimes like a formalities only most of the time.
Yeah, that is all because of our impersonalism. We have Jnana Beej and Karma Beej that we have received somehow from some wrong sources. Guru Maharaj has not given us that. Guru Maharaj has given Bhakti Lata Veeram. But unfortunately, because of our mistake of interacting with others who are not coming in pure devotional service, apparently they may go as devotees, disguised as devotees, and we will receive Karma Beej and Jnana Beej from them. When you receive Karma Beej, you will be very fruitive oriented. Yesterday I was telling you, Bhagavatam. Karmatmakam yena sharira vanda. Karmatmakam means Prabhupada says, mind colored with fruitive activities. Mind को color कैसे मारेंगे? Colored means that contamination is there in the mind. Fruitive activity. That is karma beej. And similarly, there is jnana beej. We want to be relieved of service. Sometimes we can see while rendering some service, I want to get rid of this service. When will this service get over? That should not be the way. Prabhupada asked after chanting Hare Krishna, what do you want to achieve? Prabhupada said, more chanting. Okay? After chanting, more chanting. Yeah. That is the perfection. Huh? So we should not want to get rid of services. But when the Jnana Beej is there in our in the system, somehow we have received it somewhere, then we will want to get rid of a particular service. Come away, service, my God. Jaan, very. Okay. Now I will do my most favorite service. So that is Jnana Beejiness, which we have received from somewhere by our own mistake only. So Karma Beej and Jnana Beej should not be there. We should have pure Bhakti Beej only, which Guru gives in Guru Shishya Parampara.
How to overcome this formative tendency? Gradually, what should be your meditation?
How should we
Overcome this formal tendencies, or what should be your meditation?
Formal tendency, that's only, that is all what it is, impersonalism. Jnana Beej you have in your system. You have received it through some Jnani who is not coming in Parampara, or somebody may be appearing in Parampara, but he has those Jnana Beejas. He freely distributes to you because you associate with him. Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha. You associated with him, now you have corresponding desires. So you have formal relationship because that is all impersonalism. Hippie is the height of impersonalism, loneliness they feel. They just can't get along with anyone. They go parents, society, friends, and they are loitering on the streets. There again they have to make some friendship formally because there's no money there. Some friend has to help. But there are height of loneliness. So in our life also we feel lonely because of impersonal jnana beejas only, which we only have received. We cannot blame anybody else. So we only take sangha. The desires are automatically, so package only. Sangat Sanjayate come. Desires will come in. Whom to blame? We are to be blamed. We took the association. So we have to avoid that jnana bija coming from outside. And whatever is there, if we hear and do all devotional practices, this jnana bija karma will be destroyed. Karmani nirdahati kintu cha bhaktivanta. All that bija will be destroyed. We perform pure devotional service under the guidance of pure devotee. Then they will not practice.
What should be your meditation while performing services?
I want to please Hari Guru Vaishnavas. What else is the word? Nothing else. Krishna Krishna Akhila Cheshta. Now all gross body endeavors are for Krishna's service, and Krishna Prityarthe. My subtle body is focused on Krishna Priti, pleasure of Krishna. That is my gross body, my subtle body. Outer and inner, both are focused on service to Krishna and pleasure of Krishna. So done. Then your soul, so pure, will be manifest to the whole world and will create a revolution in others' lives. Your life already revolved. Revolution is already done. The leading of your life. So this beaches we have to be careful of. Life gets ruined. That's how the sadhakas remain in the same body, means in this material world for several lifetimes. The karma bejas, jnana bejas are perpetuating our material existence. Okay, any online question? Is there anything, or else we'll go ahead? Okay, so we'll go with the second chapter. Second is? Yeah.
Question you asked that how Sudama cloud is, he got such desire. And that whatever benediction he asked, how he got, that is not us.
That he must have taken some sort. I just raised that question. Like what happens? Sometimes we think, we in ISKCON, in Brahma Madhugana, we are the topmost. Nobody like us, और तुम्हारे भक्तजनों में हमसे बढ़कर रखो. That kind of mentality is pride basically. But what am I meant through that question, or not exactly question I raised and I was going to answer. I raised that question in a sense that we should not think that we only know everything and others don't know. Like he is not coming in Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Sampradaya, apparently. And he is a simple florist. Apparently, we don't know whether he had a guru or not. But he knows the conclusion of all the scriptures. He must have taken association for it. Otherwise, just not possible. And as I said already, he had also been to Vrindavan. Not exactly inside, inner sun, but outside to get flowers. So he had heard about Krishna and all that. You remember something from Gopal Jambu, whether he saw Krishna at least once in Vrindavan? In Gopal Jambu, details are given. He used to see them from distance. He did not go very close, but from distance. When he used to go for plucking flowers. Yeah. So he saw other god boys playing, serving him. He also had desire. So here is the chance, opportunity for him.
Online question.
Hare Krishna, Babu, am I audible?
Yes, bolo.
Guruji, thank you for the point of that impersonalism. It was very helpful and would like to work upon it. And just a small thing, in the starting it came that Bali Maharaj got the association of devotees. So I was just wondering how in that hell, when Lord was a doorkeeper, he was associating with the devotees there.
Bali Maharaj was associating with devotees there.
He was associating with a lot of them. Earlier his devotees, his guru only, Prahlad Maharaj. Shukracharya was just a full guru. But the original guru is Prahlad Maharaj.
It appeared that he got the association of devotees.
When Shukracharya told him, Bali, don't offer him all this. This is disguised Vishnu only. He will cheat you in 2 steps only. 3rd step, you won't be able to offer anything. So don't give him. So his guru gave the final conclusive action plan. Means so-called guru, priest. What you call royal priest. But Tushning Babua, there he felt silent. Bali Maharaj. And then he considered what is Guru saying. Then he considered what is my actual guru, Prahlad Maharaj saying. Prahlad Maharaj always said, what do you call it? Iti Pumsar Pita Vishnus Bhaktischay Navalakshana Kriyeta Bhagavati Ardha Tanmanne Aditamuttama. He had given final verdict at the age of 5 only. So he said, my grandfather always surrendered to Vishnu. And he said everything belongs to him. It is a nice opportunity to give him, offer everything back to him. So he followed Prahlad Maharaj. That's why Mahajano Yena Tatasapanta. So he became another Mahajana. Following Shukracharya, he would not have become Mahajana. So what was the question again?
It was written that
Bali Maharaj had associated Prahlad Maharaj.
No, it was written that by the devotion he gained the association of devotees.
Where was it?
I think in the first initial shlokas where we started. It is also written that Lord is the doorkeeper in the purport, but in translation it is not written about the doorkeeper. In translation it is written that he gained the association of devotees.
See, Prahlad Maharaj was preaching in the childhood only. Later on there must have been, huh? 26. In Sri Brihad Bhagavatamrit, I'm not sure whether Sanatana Goswami raised this question or Gopi Paranadhan Prabhu raised this question, saying that if Prahlad was not interested in his father's kingdom, why did he accept the kingdom later on? So in the purport he says, because he saw this wonderful opportunity to preach Krishna consciousness, so much wealth and all that. So for Lord service I will accept it. And he accepted and he spread Krishna consciousness. So the devotees must have been there in Prahlad's kingdom, whose association Bali Maharaj. Now details we don't know. Is that okay?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Fine.
Okay. We'll go ahead with second chapter. Time is ending. Second chapter means of our discussion. It is 42nd chapter here. The breaking of the sacrificial vow. First verse. Shri Shuka Uvacha Atha Vrajan Rajapathena Madhavaha Priyam Gruhitanga Vilepa Bhajanam Vilokya Kubjam Yuvatim Varananam Chayantim Prahasanta Sapradaha. Sukadeva Goswami said, as he walked down the King's Road, Lord Madhav then saw a young hunchback woman with an attractive face who carried a tray of fragrant ointments as she walked along. The star of the ecstasy of love smiled and inquired from her as follows. So in commentary, Vishnu Thakur says, this chapter describes the curing of the hunchback Kubja, breaking the vow, the slaying of Kamsa's soldiers, Kamsa's seeing bad omens, and the festivity at the wrestling arena. Krishna is described as Rasa Pradaha, the bestower of ecstatic mellows. To Kubja, Krishna gave Madhurya Ras, conjugal love. To his comrades, he gave Hasya Ras, laughter, and Adbhut Ras, wonder, to the general public. Kubja was carrying various body ointments such as sandalwood paste. This young hunchback girl was actually a partial expansion of the Krishna's wife, Satyabhama. Satyabhama is Krishna's internal energy known as Bhu Shakti, and this expansion of hers, known as Prithvi, represents the earth, which was bent down by the great burden of countless wicked rulers. Prithvi, a topmost devotee, showed her devotion by offering the essence of the earth element, fragrance, represented by the sandalwood paste to Krishna, whom she made on the road. Accepting the sandalwood with great joy, Krishna bestowed Madhurya on her and said, "Oh, my dear, my devotee earth, know that the burdens caused by concerned others have now been taken by me. Therefore, now you should stand up straight." Comforting her in this way, Krishna straightened out the blissful Kubja. Some acharyas explain the event in this way. Very nice explanation. No? So, first of all, she was not old lady. She was young only, but having hunchback. And she was beautiful also, attractive. Varananam. She had beautiful face. Yoti only, youthful only, but only thing that the hunchback was there. And because that is understood, burden of so many demons on earth, she is the expansion of Satyabhama. Some Maharashtrians say that she came here in Maharashtra as that one who was born as a prostitute in the prostitute's house. That we don't know as such. No, I was never a prostitute. The king called her ultimately Kanopatra. That we are not sure of. But here Acharyas have told very much confirming is Satyabhama's expansion, Prithvi. So naturally she is bent because of so many demonic rulers. And then Krishna is saying, don't roll. Now I'm taking the body. You strut along. Krishna only. I think some say that also. That also we have to find out from some authorized source whether she really sure. Here, let me read already. Trivakra is also her another name. She was bent in 3 places. I think that is first one only. In neck, in chest, back, and waist. Trivakra. So here Krishna is simultaneously, just like in that wrestling arena, Krishna had exhibition of 10 rasas. Allana, Mashini, Mruna. Like that here, 3 rasas. As he has already spoken here. This will appear in the pastime. The boys had a laughter, Hasyaras. She had conjugal love and Adbhut Ras for people in general who are watching the show. This is also a very nice constant. So this is in 13 verses, 1 to 13, Puja story. This is first. Second. Lord Krishna said, "Who are you, O beautiful thighed one? Ah, ointment. Who is it for, my dear lady? Please tell us truthfully. Give us both some of your finest ointment, and you will soon gain a great boon." This is the same formula Krishna has for everyone. Washerman, unfortunately, could not hear that. But here he accepted. So in the commentary, Vishwanath Thakur says, though Krishna addressed Kubja in a joking mood, oh beautiful thighed one, Vara Uru. There it is Varangana, Varanana. Anand means faith. So here it is, there is the word Varoru. Varoru. That means Vara Uru. Uru means thighs. Urvachi. He was produced from the thigh of Narayana. So that's why Uru Vashi. So here Vara Uru, a beautiful thighed one. He also revealed his inner desire. Krishna said, who are you? For whom is this ointment meant? Here Prabhupada will say, his joke was not malicious. He is not having any harmful intent. Since he was actually about to make her beautiful. As such, she was young. What thighs, we don't know exactly. At least face was beautiful. But Krishna is anyway going to make her beautiful. This is not so. Third, the maid servant replied, "O handsome one, I am the servant of King Kamsa, who highly regards me for the ointments I make. My name is Trivakra. Who else but you to deserve my ointments, which the Lord of the Bhojas likes so much?" So his commentary reveals many things, all these commentaries. Because there is no other modifying word used with Kubja's statement, I am a servant. Dasi asmi aham. She said that. We are not reciting the verses, but Dasi asmi aham. So what is saying? Of yours. Here it is not clear who's Dasi exactly. Because there is no other modifying word used with Kubja's statement, I am servant, Dasi asmi aham. Of yours is implied by Krishna's proximity. I am next to you, no? So Dasi asmi aham. I am your servant. I am servant, maid servant. But whose servant? Your servant. I am your maid servant. The word your is not explicitly used because that would have been an untruth. Because others would not have understood, hey, you never served as his Dasi. You have been serving Kamsa as your master. So that's why that is one reason. That would have been an untruth and also a disclosure of her feelings. Her conjugal love is there. It is kind of step by step developing and it will reach height by the end when she becomes beautiful. And anyway, Krishna will visit her later on also. But the point is, so that will be disclosed to everyone. It will become open to everyone. So her feelings are to be hidden. So that's why the your word is not explicit there. She is only saying Dasi Asmi Aham. I'm sorry. Asmi means am. Aham means I. I am a maid servant. But whose is not mentioned, but that is clear. Krishna's only. Kubja hints at her conjugal desire for Krishna alone by using the singular form of the word Sundara. Oh, handsome one. Because Krishna and Balaram both are present. So there are some more boys. But Krishna and Balaram are there. So Sundar is for only one person. That is only Krishna.
However, she then used the dual form yuam. If you see, that is there in the last line. Sundar is in the first line. Vina yuam ko anyatam asti darpati. So that yuam, for both of you, to try to hide her conjugal sentiment. It will become very explicit for everyone. Hey, she is fascinated by, infatuated towards Krishna. So she in one sloka only she changed to yuam. Kubja was called Trivakra because her body was bent in three places, neck, chest, and waist. The word he indeed indicates that because of my hunchback deformity, Kamsa respects me only for my work of preparing body ointments and nothing else. Why? Kubja reveals her purity by this statement. Hence, he was not engaged in any bodily service or intimate relationship with Kamsa. So she is making it very clear. I am pure for you, O Lord. That means please accept me as your girlfriend. So Krishna also reciprocates eventually. So that he is there. Trivakra Nama, he Anulepa Karmani. Just I provide this ointment. And because I am ugly, hunchback, deformed, Kamsa does not touch me. He never had physical relationship with me. Very pure. For you only. Fourth. One here. Okay. Her mind overwhelmed by Krishna's beauty, that is Rupa. Rupa, Peshala, that is charm. Sweetness, Madhurya. Smiles, Hasita. Words, Alapa. And glances, Vikshitai. Trivakra gave both Krishna and Balram generous amounts of ointment. So here proper disciples write from Vishnu Puran. Shukla tam ahasa Krishnam gruyyatam iti sadaram anulepanam pradadau gatra yogyam atho bhayaho. Hearing this, she respectfully replied to Lord Krishna, please take it, and gave both of them ointment suitable for applying to their bodies. So suitable is what that will be explained. Because Krishna is bluish complexion, she offered yellow one to Krishna, and because Balram is yellowish, whitish, so she offered bluish one to Balram. So she is very intelligent. So intelligence is given by Krishna when there is desire to serve. She did not give yellow to Balram and blue to Krishna. That will be fragrant, but it won't be the contrast and that won't be so appealing.
She does not know that he is a Supreme Lord.
She is attracted only to that beautiful body. Overwhelmed by Krishna's beauty, Rupa, charms, patience, and sweetness, Kubja gave the ointment to Krishna and Balram. Fifth, I anointed with these most excellent cosmetics, which adorned them with hues that contrasted with their complexions. The two lords appeared extremely beautiful. Purport. The Acharya suggests that Krishna spread yellow ointment upon his body and Balram blue ointment upon his. In the commentary, Krishna and Balram appeared splendid when their complexions changed to match their moods. Krishna spread yellow ointment upon his body and Balram blue ointment upon his. Samprapta Parabhagena means the cosmetics exhibited the highest excellence. By the logic of Bhushana Bhushanangam, we can understand that actually Krishna's ointments are beautified by contacting his body rather than the other way around. Not that because of the ointment Krishna became beautiful. Krishna's body is so beautiful, so the ointment when applied, ointment's beauty increases. Nonsense. Because Krishna's body is so beautiful. Actually, Krishna's ornaments are beautified by contacting his body. So it's a fortune of those ointment to get applied on Krishna's body. Not that Krishna was fortunate to have the ointment on his body and thus made beautiful. He is most beautiful. Bhushana Bhushanangam. Sixth one. Lord Krishna was pleased with Trivakra So he decided to straighten that hunchbacked girl with the lovely face just to demonstrate the result of seeing him. So material world is very ugly in one sense. So her ugliness is being removed. Kubja, that I don't know what is the Sanskrit word. Kubad they call in Marathi. Hunchback. So Krishna removed one Trivakra. One who sees Krishna, Bhavato Darshanam Yasya, Apunar Bhava Darshanam. He will not see the material world. That material world is ugly. So ugliness is gone. Will be out. No, Kubja is her name, but I'm asking about that thing. Okay. The result of seeing Krishna is one will not see the material world.
Kubad बोलते हैं, हिंदी kubad. Kubja means hunchback.
She is Kubja. That the may be little silent there. Just like Appa also is there. They have that word. Water. What is that? Kapya. He said, Ramanujacharya was massaging the lotus feet of Yadav Prakash. So he says that Kapyasana. So Kapi is he takes splitting like this. Kapyasana. So Lord's what is which part? Eyes, no? Eyes are like a monkey, something like that. But then Ramacharya cries tears and blood. Tears fall on his feet, on legs which he was massaging, and hot tears or whatever. He said, "What happened? Are you crying?" He said, "Yes." "Why are you crying?" He says, "Guru Maharaj, this explanation is not wrong." And when he asks what is the explanation, then what he says? What is that? Kapi. Something like that. Ka means water. One who drinks water, no? And what is that? Sun. Yeah, so he drinks water. Lotus take? Drinks sun. Okay, lotus drinks sun rays. Something like that. So Lord's eyes are like lotus, like that. So he gives proper explanation. So sometimes some part is silent in its other form. Somewhere else, I'm not remembering. For water only, Appa is the Bhumir Apo, but little more short form is there. Similarly, Kubad, the da will go, Kubja will something like that. Kubad Ja.
Born with the hunchback.
I will not get into something. I respect your complete knowledge. But still. Okay, so 7. Pressing down on her toes with both his feet, Lord Achyuta placed one upward pointing finger on each hand under her chin and straightened up her body. So the index finger. Anyway, his feet are on her, his toes are on her toes. His feet are on her toes. Sometimes we do that, we want to do something like that. So we keep feet, or my sound system sometimes we keep feet on that. So that whole thing does not move. Only this part will move then with our hand. So Krishna, original this comes from Krishna. Pressing down on the front of Kubja's feet with his 2 feet, Krishna held up her chin with 2 upward pointing fingers and pulled her body up. Simply by Lord Mukunda's touch, Trivakra was suddenly transformed into an exquisitely beautiful woman with straight, evenly proportioned limbs and large hips and breasts. So womanly beauty in perfection. Whatever a woman could have, most beautiful, charming body, Krishna awarded her everything through this one act only. Krishna is beautiful, so whosoever comes in touch with Krishna becomes very beautiful. This is 8th one. Immediately, Kubja was transformed into a beautiful woman with straight, even limbs, large hips, and full breast. Straight, even limbs. Sometimes you have seen our limbs are not proper. So when sometimes we experience what they call stiffness. Sometimes we fall down and hand becomes what you call Jam, that's right. Frozen. Okay, okay. Then you go to that somebody who will do that thing. So moch आता है moch. Okay, जो भी है. Spray. It's like you cannot go beyond this. Or hand is moving only this much. So then they do that all that massage and all that. And slowly straighten your limbs, and then it may become normal like that. But then also that straight line or even limbs are not there sometimes. Little bit here and there. A lot of deformities in our body. Similarly, somebody who has in Navi, so if you do like this, so this will, if you match the finger, your this is not matching. And that is an indication that your Navi is displaced. So there are ways to again place it back. And when that is placed back, then your this will be very proportionate. I'm just giving one example, which is quite deep. Here you can hardly understand. But there are externally also symptoms by which our head also, seven-eyed, you can see, and how it is not very smooth, ups and downs, where it is, all varieties of heads. Because we shave hair, we come to know what is the shape like. It is not very proportionate, but she got proportionate limbs, straight, even limbs, large hips, which is glorified for women, and full breast. By the touch of Mukunda's Sparshana indicates that this was the primary reason. That is the most important. She did not want to go to any beauty parlor and eyebrows, so just by touch of the God. Everything is there. The beauty parlor is in the body of Krishna, in his limbs. So just by the touch, done. And only the payment of sandalwood paste. Now endowed with beauty, character, and generosity, Trivakra began to feel lusty desires for Lord Keshav. Taking hold of the end of his upper cloth, she smiled and addressed him as follows. Trivakra said, "Come, O hero, let us go to my house. I cannot bear to leave you here. O best of males, please take pity on me, since you have agitated my mind." So he has given a very nice commentary. Kubja said, "Others are heroes in religiosity and other matters, but you are the hero in destroying the religiosity of women." By others' presence, people will become religious. Krishna is such amazing person that in his presence, he destroys the religiosity of women. Krishna said, "Is it for the purpose of dining that you are inviting me to your house?" Again, generally people call to their house for eating. Kubja said, "No, that is not my intention. I cannot tolerate leaving you. I have become attached to you, fascinated and infatuated by you." She directly told. Krishna said, "But people here on the King's Road with different street what you are saying and laugh. Therefore, please don't speak like this." Trivakra said, "I can't help being agitated. You made the mistake of touching me. It's not my fault." She now is very expressive. He is not hiding anything. Thus entreated by the woman, Lord Krishna first glanced at the face of Balram, who was watching the incident, and then at the faces of the cowherd boy. Then with a laugh, Krishna replied to her as follows. I'll just take 5 minutes or so. This much will complete. It's very nice. What he's saying. So, commentary. Looking at Balram's face, Mukham Vikshannu, means that Krishna said with his eyes, "Hey Dauji, why aren't you and all the boys laughing? Can't you see that this is not a woman but Hasya Ras, laughter personified? Who, knowing you to be in a funny mood, has come to see you?" Or else Krishna is saying, "This is the sum total of laughter within the city of Mathura, making itself known here." So Krishna is not revealing his attraction, love for Trivakra. He's showing as if like, क्या चल क्या रहा है दाऊ जी आप क्या कर रहे हो? Lord Krishna said, "Oh lady with beautiful eyebrows, as soon as I fulfill my purpose, I will certainly visit your house, where men can relieve their anxiety. Indeed, you are the best refuge for us homeless travelers. Panthanam tvam parayanam. Naha panthanam. Us." Commentary. Krishna then spoke, conveying to Kubja that he was accepting her, and conveying to Balram and others that he was awaiting a worldly woman. See, simultaneously. Is it possible? When you are in a situation, to one person you give the assurance and yeah, accept it. But to others, it appears like You are not accepting, you are evading, you are rejecting them. Krishna said, "Oh, beautiful woman, by visiting your house, all men can get relief from their anxieties." Krishna spoke of all men to joke with her. "After doing my work of killing Kamsa, I will certainly come to your house." In this way, Krishna indicated the time that he would come. "You are the supreme shelter of us, Naha, unmarried men." Krishna, though one person, used the plural, Naha, to create respect for himself as a prince in Kubja's mind. So in Hindi and all, they say that, isn't it? हम आएंगे आपके घर, हम यानी कौन, मैं अकेला ही आदमी है, बट दे से हम आएंगे आपके, that is not there in English, isn't it? There if you say we will come to your house, we what, you are the only one I invited, what do you mean by we? There it doesn't make sense, there you have to speak I only, but in Hindi Sanskrit it is there that Naha, Krishna is kind of plural, like prince है, the prince of Mathura, so to create respect for himself as a prince in Kubja's mind. By saying we are travelers, Panthanam, Krishna is in my village of Vrindavan, there are many affectionate Vrajagopis who have deep love for me. But I don't know anyone in this Mathura city. You are the only lady I have met who is attracted to me. Thus, Krishna hints that he is attracted to Kubja. By describing Kubja as one who relieves men of distress, Adhi Vikarshanam, and by using the plural form of travelers, Panthanam, Krishna deludes Balram and Gopas so that they will think he is insulting and putting off this ignorant lady and not actually accepting Kubja's advances. So simultaneously.
Travelers means he will anyway not stay anywhere. He's going. How is
Yeah. Yes, that is revealed later on also when the ladies will say, I don't remember now, but there they also address Krishna. They are talking about themselves only before the fight. So there also it indicates like he is here for some time, then he'll go back. They don't know that he'll be staying there. That only Lord knows. Maybe one slok and then we'll leave. Leaving her with these sweet words, Lord Krishna walked further down the road. The merchants along the way worshipped him and his elder brother by presenting them with various respectful offerings, including palm, garlands, and fragrant substances. Krishna sent Kubja away with sweet words, Madhvya Vanyam. Madhvya Vanyam. The merchants along the road worshipped Krishna with various articles. Okay, any question? We went over them. Online, anything is it? Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, when it says where men can relieve their anxiety, here he says, and then in Dwarka also there are prostitutes. There is a mention of prostitutes. So, is it a part of? It is a uh, accepted part of society then,
Yeah,
and
in the
not.
first canto also we find, no? When Krishna enters in Dwarka, there also prostitutes also come. Prabhupada mentions that because the tenor section of the society, especially women, should be protected. That's why some women who are like what he calls something like, like a click of sometimes somehow they get into it. Some girl is lost from her parents and then somehow she ends up in some prostitute center and she's raised as a prostitute only because anyway her parents and nothing is known. So then she will cater to the needs of men who are too lusty and they will not pollute the virgin girls as well as chaste women of the society. So these prostitutes are there for them. But they are also devotees, there it is mentioned. Prostitutes may be externally prostitutes, just like we know in Bhakti, there is no bar. Jatayu, a bird can be there, monkeys can be there, Vritrasura, a demon can be a devotee, like that, prostitutes are also devotees. Even that Chintamani also, so to say, whom Bilomangal Thakur made. So such a great devotee prostitute, he said, Arey Bilomangal, if only you had the attraction you have for my skin, for Krishna, by now you would have been a pure devotee. And that was like lightning in his consciousness, and he became pure devotee. It led to his becoming pure devotee.
So when he says best refuge for us homeless travelers, uh, what does he mean? That one thing, one question, and the second thing is when he
Only
looks at
one
Balram.
only. So homeless travelers may feel away from their home and they are not very pure also. They may, their wife is not with them. They may want to have their lusty propensities fulfilled. So they may go here and there. It happens many times. If you see here, I have this, we don't have that experience. But in the railway station, if you go 12 o'clock in the midnight, 1 o'clock, there are prostitutes outside. Okay. Once I was coming out after this thing, what do you call Konark Express 11:45. By the time I came 12, and I saw two women, and very attractively dressed and smiling. I'm wondering how, where are their relatives and why they are smiling like this, like that. Afterwards, devotees told me, "Arey, they must have been prostitutes. They are not like some chaste women and all that." So they are there looking for people who have come to another place, and they may be in the night time. They may feel lusty, and they don't have their relatives, so they will earn money through them, something like that. So that is the case
So
all over. Homeless.
was this acceptable in until Dwapar Yuga, and in Kali Yuga it is not
That's
accepted?
what we said. Now, such
Something.
people will pollute the senior section, the senior women of the society. That's why these prostitutes were there, so that you fulfill your lust through them. They are meant only for that reason in one sense. So you spare the chaste ladies and virgin girls. So that way, chastity is maintained, purity is maintained.
Okay.
It's accepted in that sense. That doesn't mean that there should
Because
be prostitutes made, but they will be made automatically. In a sense, that's what Prabhupada uses. I don't remember the word, something like that. Somehow, what is, and like by, something like that's what I told now. Like your girl has lost her parents, and somehow she got lost in a fair and all that. Now, who will look after her and all that? So she may land up in some prostitute center. She will become prostitute.
because in Japan there is this geisha tradition where it is considered a part of social etiquette for the men to
We
go.
don't recommend it, but it's like that will be anyway there, and that protects the society, the center of pureness.
Like that, yeah. Yes.
What is the next question?
Next question I forgot. Someone else can take. I'll come again.
He has a question. You had a question? Arjunesh Prabhu? No. No. Okay, any other?
Yeah, this next question is Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare
The
Krishna.
other question is when he laughs or smiles at Balram and then the other coward boys. You sort of explained that, but what was the? How do we take it? How do we understand that correctly?
Krishna reciprocates with each devotee in a unique way. Just like we know deities, when we are looking at, you are looking at Radha Bandhan, I am looking at 100 others are looking. Everybody will feel Krishna is looking at me only. So Krishna not only gives that feeling that I am looking at him, he also reciprocates with our inner things that are going on, thoughts that are going on. So Balram may think, "Arey, my younger brother, where is he getting stuck? With some, what do you call that? Society girl who has come, who was so ugly. Okay, she offered ointment. That doesn't mean that we should get into all these kind of affairs with her. That's not the purpose. So Krishna reciprocates with that feeling of Balram. By saying, Balram ji, what is this? Who is this lady? I have nothing to do with her. Somehow she is behind me only. Like that feeling is giving to Balram ji, and likewise to children also. And to her, that is not the thing. For her, it is, I accept you. And I'll definitely fulfill your desire, but wait, just sometime later, after killing comes up. So that time is also told. It's like kind of date is given. After 2 days, and see clearly after concert killing, we find the next episode is that only. Krishna goes to her house with Uddhav, like that. So Krishna simultaneously, what do you call it, reciprocates with all devotees in their own rasanas, in their own unique desires, everything simultaneously, which none of us can do.
Yes.
But pure devotee will also be able to do that because he is in tune with Krishna's desire. So he also can do that to great extent.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gaur Bhaktivedanta ki jai.
Hare Krishna. So tomorrow, Ekadasi. So
Tomorrow what time should we have? Is that okay? Evening time?
For me,
For you it is not. You have something else. That was only because my chanting will remain. But then anyway you are giving 3 hours in the evening. Small one and the same in one sense. Yeah. How many of you feel morning is better? Everybody is feeling that, can you give holiday tomorrow? And if possible, you can give holiday till Friday. Saturday, Sunday, I give holiday. And for whole month, remaining month, give holiday only. How many of you are for morning? Same period, 10:45 to 2. How many of you are for evening? 5 to 8. So you are only one. What is that service? Yeah. That you can prepone, huh? Your own self or group reading? Could you not ask them to have it in the morning, this afternoon, whatever? So that 5 to 8 you are free.
formal.
Huh?
Right.
The form?
Formal.
Yeah, but this is more important. You are officially part of the
They are not fixing. They are not managing. That was only actually. The timing is not fixed. Every time they change.
this Bhaktivedanta.
So I do commitment there. The timing is not fixed. Then we have to commit.
Online devotees are online. Are they there?
They are not fixing 1 week in a month.
Yes, we forgot they are there also. Many are there. 50. 15.
okay. Yes, to
Hare Krishna, question to all the online devotees about tomorrow.
Yes, Prabhu,
Should it
because
be at the same
it
time
was
like today, or should it be 5 to 8 p.m., 5 to 8:50?
evening is better, Prabhu, because it was previously designed that way. I took up some important task for
Okay,
the
no problem.
morning.
See now, everybody cannot give opinion. You just in the you raise your hand in that
Evening,
system only.
evening,
How many of you are
evening,
okay?
night.
How many of you are okay with the evening? Raise your hand. Our administrative will count.
evening. First evening we are.
First evening, 5 to 8:50.
Other devotees can write in chat because there is not.
Achha, okay, write in the chat.
Write in the chat. Only tomorrow. Only for tomorrow.
Only, Ekadashi.
Only for tomorrow. Actually, we have passed the message for evening only for today. Tomorrow for tomorrow. So we have passed the message for evening. That was there on inform of the time. Hopefully it's coming evening. Evening only.
Evening?
Or
So we are finalizing evening only, 5 to 8:15, with 15 minutes break in between. Any objection to devotee online?
competition is there attendance.
I'm just asking in case somebody raises hand.
What time it will be tomorrow? Sorry, I don't.
Yes, Mataji?
What time it will be tomorrow?
5 to 8:50 with 15 minutes break in between. 5 p.m. in the evening. Is it that okay?
Okay, Prabhuji. Okay.
Okay. All others are okay? Okay.
All there.
So, okay, then tomorrow evening, 5 to 8:50.
Some said both time okay.
Both time they are not saying. One of the two times.
Both said that evening.
Okay, so tomorrow evening, 5 p.m. Is this okay? The way we are going? I'm trying to insert some philosophy in between. क्योंकि इधर तो पूरा रस का ही फ्लो हो रहा है ना?